5, 4.
Oh yes, sir. We are live in color, baby. Come on, we are live in color, y'all. That NFL draft coming up, man. Let me do my thing. 21, do my thing. That posters all around, all down, all around.
And stand the test of time without testing your wallet. Now it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Come on.
Tired of struggling with impossible messes in your tub and shower? Mr. Clean
Come
Foaming
on.
Bath Magic Eraser cuts through 100% of the grime that some sprays leave behind, and it replaces multiple cleaning products. Switch to Mr. Clean Foaming Bath Magic Eraser.
We all move forward. So let's go places. At Apartments.com, we go above and beyond to make renting easier on every single level. Giving renters detailed guides on the neighborhood level, apartment community level, and unit level, allowing them to see the exact unit that you're going to be living in. But we didn't stop there. We've got renting down to the cellular level. Closer. Wow. Hello, guy. Apartments.com. The place, to find a place.
When you exude confidence, when you walk in confidence, I feel like you walk with power. The proof is in the smile. The aligners are clearly doing what they're supposed to, and I'm happy with the results. Invisalign, trusted by the pros.
Why do 80% of NFL players choose Sleep Number Smart Bed?
Because the higher my sleep IQ score, the better I play. But that's not the only reason.
He likes his side firm. I like my side soft.
Sleep Number does that. Effortless comfort all night. So sleeping on a smart bed is why you can play like this?
Yeah, because I
Hello?
like to sleep cool.
And
You
I
go
like to sleep
post?
even cooler.
And I really like it when we both get what we want.
Sleep Number does that. Meet the Sleep Number
Sorry guys,
Smart Bed.
I'm trying to see if you're doing post or not. Sheesh.
Visit a Sleep Number store near you.
It's time to get the show started, Green Bay.
But yeah, I'm watching the NFL draft on NFL Network, so obviously I got the Eagles shirt. Honestly, I don't think the Eagles gonna do too much in the draft tonight for the first round. Honestly, I think we probably a prime candidate for like a Browns, like a Giants. I mean, like move up a spot, move up a couple spots, and trade with us to maybe go for a quarterback, in my opinion. And that quarterback, I believe, is Jalen Milroe. So. I'm surprised there hasn't been too much trading yet. But yeah, like I'm never excited to see like where like should their Sanders go, where like how the Browns and Giants go about with the picks, who the Patriots go draft at 4, because honestly, it feel like 1, 2, 3 can be either like it can be some combination of Ken Ward, Charles Hunter, Abdul Carter, and then at that pick 4, we know who's gonna happen next. So it's gonna be crazy. But honestly, like I think 4 quarterbacks are gonna be drafted in the first round. I think it's gonna be Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Jackson Dart, and then I think like a Jalen Milroe is gonna get like I think some teams gonna trade up in the first round and get him because every time this is like a quarterback that's like really highly talked about in the draft, like towards the draft, like normally get picked out because obviously what's called last year, like that was like kind of like Boul Nix. Like Boul Nix is kind of like a guy like, oh, you don't know too much about him. And then like he had so much talk that he go what 12th to the Broncos. So I don't know, but I don't feel like it should just go like top 10. So like for example, like he goes to like the Saints at 9. Then like I think let's go first the hand of like the Steelers or some other teams to maybe go up and get a quarterback. And then I go force another team to try to trade up in the first round to get like a Jalen Milrow, I think, or maybe Lamina with Tyler slow. So that's my very humble opinion.
The accuracy part sometimes gets overlooked. That's an FBS record accuracy at almost 72%, if I remember correctly, Joel Platt. You got to see him play during that time. But I remember when I did my first mock, I put it in Tennessee at 1 because of his style of play. He plays from the neck up. He plays from the pocket. These are all the things that Brian Callahan as a head coach, these are the types of players he coached along the way, the Peyton Mannings, the Joe Burrows. Yeah, they can get out occasionally, not paid for much more show. But Shador Sanders will play from the pocket and win from the pocket that way. So I thought it was an interesting mix. That's a little bit different now with Cam Jordan, his ability to play. But let's face it, guys. Polarizing, yes. But when you watch him play, you take away everything else, Joel Platt. You see a darn good quarterback.
But yeah, what's the job? What 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 6 minutes.
One of two ways you can take that as a negative, you can take it as a positive. Shador represents everything that I dislike about the NFL draft, and it's only one thing, and it's narratives, built up that are lazy and quite frankly trash. When you come out as an anonymous source about some meeting that you had and you don't think that some kid measured up to what you wanted him to be when he walked in your room, I think that that's trash. Shador Sanders is going to be a good quarterback in the National Football League. And I think that he's going to go and make some head coach and some fan base very happy because he's already done that in his career and what I think is a very difficult spotlight for his dad at the University of Colorado in a program that was nothing before he got there for 2 decades. So those are the things that I'm looking at, is the things that you can't measure. And everyone wants to have an opinion about this guy. Listen, I get it, right? Yeah, he holds the ball too long and he drifts and all of those things. But I tell you what, this narrative that built up about Shador over this process, that's what I dislike about this draft. So what do you dislike about this draft? I couldn't pick up what you did. Narratives, this process, narratives. No, I mean, you couldn't have been... Put your name on it. If you're going to say that, put your name on it. Like, grab a microphone and put your name on it. Kurt, put your name on your thoughts of Shador Sanders, sir. I will do that. And one thing that, I get tired of every year, too, is the narratives about just the physical. And how hard you throw a football and how far you throw a football. To me, the quarterback position is about.
What's that? I put this in the chat too.
Different throws in the course of the game. And you look back at Shador Sanders, 74% completion last year. Over the last 2 years, just 13 interceptions. Normally, you think if a guy doesn't have enough arm strength, if he can't throw the ball the way he needs to, that number is going to be way higher. This is a guy that was competitive. This was a guy that was asked to carry his team each and every week. I don't think that can be overstated how important that is to have a guy that if you put the ball in his hands every time and say, hey, you don't play well, we don't.
Whew.
That is a tough position to be in.
Oh, shout out to the Cavassier. Yeah, sir. Got that for the draft, so we gonna boop, a little early.
Let's start with the first potential landing spot, Rich. That is
number. Drive a movie before you start. Hey, yo, that's love. what you gonna see? What Sanders? Yeah, about to show you. I need to go see Sanders in the movie theaters. I've been in movie theaters in a long time. Can't think about it. They give a free shots. Yo, I love Baltimore. Yeah, like it look like literally, like everybody that's seen it said like they'll go see it again. I'm like, yeah. So I don't gotta go see it in the movie theaters. I'm not sure. I should do that soon. I should do it like kind of either tomorrow or like Sunday. I got nothing to do.
To just go from 3 9s on option 21 to the next one. That's the whole conundrum. I mean, if you want to potentially compare history.
Oh, and the cup. Honestly, sure. Honestly, funny though, I have no cup. So, well, I got this, but this is just water. But I do have a bottle of Cavassier right here. for the draft. So it's gonna be nice chill night. Honestly, sure, yo, like the NFL, I think the first round is like pretty, like it's running pretty long too. Like, I mean, they probably go to what, like 11-ish. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh yeah, they're like 11 or so. But yep, definitely appreciate you hitting me up before I watch the movie though. That's love. That's real love.
Welcome, everybody, to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and to night one of the 2025 NFL Draft, presented by Courtyard by Marriott. You can see this place has filled up in the shadow of Lambeau Field. We have an estimated 200.
Yeah, honestly, sure, yo, I don't even know how. I have no clue how I won last year. Like, my team, I felt like my team was doing that good last year, but we someone made it happen. So got me the ship at the back, you know. What the hell NFL Network though? I just said NFL Network. NFL Network, NFL Network, NFL Network, NFL Network. Nope, that's not NFL Network. Bruh. All right, I did do live then. Let's see. Works. There we go. But yeah, the fantasy league will go definitely gonna go crazy this year for sure. I might have like a little bit of a plan this year too. Okay, gotta go back to back.
The man who wore the sticks in Penn State. Where will he wind up? Could he be going to New York? The man who normally runs on blue turf. We'll hear his name outside.
All right. About to say I should be live. Hopefully, still I'm not like just like completely tired. But yeah, I should be good. Oh, I'm about to say shoot, enjoy the movie though. Enjoy the movie, please.
Tens of thousands of fans again in the shadow of the football cathedral known as Lambeau Field are here for the proceedings of the 2025 NFL Draft.
Oh man.
For NFL Network, and I am humbled to be sitting here in the host seat for all 22 of them and counting. Rich Eisen here along with my guy Daniel Jeremiah Move the Sticks, which is potentially a very antiquated term. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you, Charles Davis, and from Fox Sports, my guy Joel Flack, all hanging out with.
But yeah, we live. We in color, man. The draft about to start pretty soon.
You have the first word. What you're looking forward to tonight? Well, there's a couple stars at the top of the draft.
I'm actually got curious, like no trades going on though. Like I don't know ways of trades to happen.
This is a very deep group of starters that these teams see wildly differently. So I was asked the other day, what's the consensus? There is no consensus. It's what's going to lead to an exciting night tonight, CD, because we really have no earthly idea of how these names are going to come off the board. And contrary to popular belief, I actually listened to you. I listened to Joel. You guys have told me starters in this draft, but we still will have maybe some fireworks.
The Jaguars and Browns.
For people to go get some
why would the Jaguars try to trade up though? That doesn't make too much sense to me.
Tight end and quarterback. Pretty simple, Rich.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at like on Twitter. So like Jake Glazer said, like a trade could happen between them could go down between the Browns and the Jags.
It's usually a bit warmer when folks ride bikes around here in Green Bay. It's part of the tradition. Kids handing bikes to Packers players as they bike to training camp practice right here in Green Bay, and you can see folks biking around the draft hall amongst all the fans of all 32 teams. And I do believe the commissioner of the National Football League is on one himself to come on out and put the Titans on the clock. Oh my gosh.
Hey yo.
While he's doing a local custom, I guess.
Hey yo. Hey, I've been Roger Goodell on a bike, yo.
It's just always good to be there. Egging him on, going around the whole stage. All right, I respect that. Good. Who's biking with him here? Oh wow, I think I saw Mason. I thought I saw Packers legends coming out here as well.
Oh, the Greg Jennings, Lil Wayne.
Last seen in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
Hey yo, what is going on, bro? Yo, why did Goodell do some booze, bro? They, I don't know, the fans got cheer him on something. There you go.
People said that Greenway was too small for this with a population of 107,000.
I was 105,000 people to Little Green Bay, but oops.
But we have over 125,000 people here and still counting.
Hey, damn, yo, that is a lot of people though.
Obviously, Green Bay may be small, but it's mighty.
Facts.
Thank you all for welcoming us here tonight. I hope you have a great few days.
This is crazy, yo.
Over the next 3 days, we will welcome in the next generation of stars into the NFL and bring hope to every NFL team. And we may have a few surprises for you tonight.
This is Ken Ward.
But first,
Yep. Yo, this is
hear from
crazy.
some of your Packer greats. Please welcome Clay Matthews,
I call him Clay Matthews. He was a dog.
Jordy Nelson,
Oh, Jordy's there? Yeah.
Jason Crosby, Amon Green,
Wow, I'm on.
James Jones,
Oh, James Jones. I just Greg Jennings.
and Packer superfan Lil Wayne.
That's because Lil Wayne's a Packers fan. That's so wild, bro.
I'm going to go off script here real quick, Roger, but I just got off the phone with the president, Donald Trump. He asked me to pass a message along to all 32 NFL franchises. So let me tell you what it reads here, all right? It says, my fellow Americans, the Bears still suck!
Yo. Yo. Hey. Hey.
I'm sorry, Roger, I'm sorry.
Yo.
Wow. That's a first. That's the red meat being thrown out here.
Yo.
The dairy world.
Okay, Green Bay. It's time to get the show started. Are you ready? The 2025 NFL Draft is now officially open. The Tennessee Titans are on the clock.
All right. So,
That was crazy,
I
bro.
don't know if that was the first surprise that Roger Goodell was. By the way, in store, Illinois, not a swing state. So here we go. The Tennessee Titans draft room in Nashville, Tennessee, where we had a terrific draft a few years ago.
Also, by the way, I got so many like small bets on the draft too. Like, hold on, let me see. Let me go. What's that? FanDuel. There we go. FanDuel. Trying to win some money.
Last year as a starting quarterback, their first overall on the clock, in part because the offense
couldn't get things going. It was very turnover.
But yeah, I got so many like small draft like picks here. I got like should there Sanders be like number 9 pick? The Steelers to draft Jackson Dart. The Raiders to draft Genty. Cowboys to draft Cam Skidaboo. Jalen Rowe to go under 38.5 picks. And then I got a nice little like similar parlay of like should there Sanders be first round pick? Jackson Dart be first round pick. James Pierce Jr. Was it Nick Imawari to be first round pick? Marion Hampton first round pick. Tyler Warren to be the first tight end drafted, and then Will Campbell to be the first offensive lineman drafted. So yeah, and then I got some basketball parlays. I got like a Chet Holmgren like parlay. I got like a same game parlay for the Nuggets and Clippers. So I got a lot of stuff going on, man.
And this is one competitive kid.
And you're talking about competing in your division and chasing CJ Stroud. That's your first and foremost.
I think that he has earned this. I got a lot of bets going on. A lot of small bets though. A lot of small bets. But Detroit's cash. There's gonna be some nice coin going on here.
John Robinson had 2016 when he was a GM.
With some nice coin going on.
We need help everywhere on this roster. But as they kept going through the process, kept evaluating, kept going through things, Cam Ward earned their trust, earned their respect, and they hope that he will be their Steve McNair going forward as this franchise gets kickstarted once again.
That's nothing new for him, though. Yeah, that's the beauty of it. At least, when I'm sitting here, I'm looking at a guy that was in.
Hey yo, why comes to join hating, bro?
Their head coach was Eric Morris at the time. Eric Morris was the offensive coordinator at Texas Tech when Patrick.
Can we join Jai hating?
And Eric Morris was there at Incarnate Word. Then he took the job at Washington State.
I just feel like it's loud though.
Washington State. Yeah, that's exactly right. And then he winds up at Miami. And again, a no-star.
I see like I don't know who actually going to draft tonight for real.
Draft. So you're talking about a guy just earning it as this process. He's earned it since day one.
Honestly, I feel like the Eagles probably going to like trade out their the pick. So I'll be staying up all night just for them to like trade out their pick tonight.
He took the extra year with Miami and vaulted himself into this position. That's what DJ's talking about with a number of these quarterbacks in recent years.
I think he made more money.
Right now, he's stuck in the vortex of the Titans apparently taking one for the team by taking all 10 minutes instead of just handing in a card with his name on it like we've expected them to do over the last few weeks. Kurt Warner, you've got the floor.
Well, guys, DJ talked about him maybe not being quite there yet. That reminds me a little bit of a guy named Patrick Mahomes, where you watched him in college and he wasn't always clean with his technique. And sometimes you question the decision making, but there was no question about the talent and the competitiveness, and that's what I see in Cam Ward. He has got those things.
But yeah, I'm trying to say how Jerry gonna go.
Is what makes you fall in love with Cam Ward, and so bring that competitiveness, bring that talent, clean it up a little bit. And I think Tennessee's got a really, really good quarterback.
And we just saw Brian Callahan on the phone, and they're beginning to pass it around, which means we're close. In the meantime, Daniel, let's take a look at some tape of Cam Ward.
Yeah, this is going to be fun tape to watch. A live arm. The comparison for me, body type, play style, had some Baker Mayfield to it, and a strong, sturdy presence within the pocket.
Come on, Tennessee.
Watch him get his feet in the ground and drive this ball into a tight window.
And now it's Cam Ward, and then we're going to go to the next picks.
This looks a little like McNair. His ability to shrug off a tackle and then still get the ball accurately down the field.
Hey, by the way, we are sipping on that. So on the Cavassier tonight, and I'm signing for the draft. We are sipping on that Cavassier.
He's gifted. There's things to clean up, but I'm excited about him, guys. And when I reached out to Shannon Dawson, the offensive coordinator at Miami, he talked about the energy, the positivity we have.
Cavassier.
How about this number? In 13 drives after a turnover last year at Miami, 7 touchdowns, 3 field goals for this kid.
The pick is in Ian Rappaport. Let's send things.
There we go. Finally.
My understanding is the Tennessee Titans had significant interest from other teams in trading for the number one overall pick. Cleveland Browns called. The Giants called, offered next year's one to New Orleans Saints.
Wow. Man, I can hold you. If Giants call me and offer their first round pick for next year, I would take that shit, bro.
Is now officially in play. So is the second overall pick in this draft. The Giants waiting word of what the Browns are going to do. Then they choose third overall. In case you're wondering, the last time the Tennessee Titans chose a number one overall pick in a draft, stopped and picked at number one overall, they were the Houston Oilers back in 1978, and they chose Earl Campbell, who, as we all know, is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. No pressure for whoever we're about to hear. So the
Wow.
coming on
Okay.
in. Now the Browns again are a minute plus in. Boy, things will begin to get quite interesting. Certainly, if the name's not Cam Ward here, let's put it that way. But we are expecting it. I mean, the Tennessee Titans sent.
Come on, Roger Goodell, bring your heads out here. And that was Cam Ward, and we can continue.
Everybody on the social media teams of the Tennessee Titans to the University of Miami.
What was it? Hold on.
To record everything.
Okay, I'm back.
The Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward.
Yo, Miami, come on, there you go. All right, well, the most obvious pick out the way now. Whoa, got a trade. Wow, the Jags are trading up to the Browns. Wow, okay. So Browns trading number 2 pick, a 4th round pick, and a 6th round pick this year. And then the Jags trading the number 5, the 2nd round pick, and a 4th round. Wait, whoa, that's a lot. Damn. So Jaguars trading the 5, this year's 2nd round pick, this year's 4th round pick, and their 1st round pick next year. Sheesh, that's a haul, dude. Good God. Shout out to the Browns, bro. God damn, the Browns got a haul.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars have moved up from 5 to 2. 7 minutes until we hear that pick at the very least. In the meantime,
so I got Charles Hunter to go to the Jags then. So do the Browns maybe go to Shador 5 then? Because I doubt Jacksonville pick pass rusher because they already got guys that drafted over the past couple of years. So Travis Hunter might be a Jaguar. I ain't gonna hold you because I doubt the Jaguars are trading up to get a running back. I doubt they're trading up to get a wide receiver. I doubt they're trading up to get a tight end. So this has to be for. I'm assuming for probably Travis Hunter. Ah man, I was waiting for a trade like this for a while now too. That's a haul, dude, from the Browns. They're trading their 1st round pick this year, 2nd round pick this year, 4th round pick this year, and the 1st round pick next year. That's crazy.
Maybe now the Jacksonville Jaguars are in position to take a premium elite player.
Yep. Wow, dude. This is crazy. That's a hell of a trade.
And the Browns are amassing those picks that you mentioned about. The Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the clock. This is for Travis Hunter, correct?
It sure feels that way. And I made sure to get this quote right from James Gladstone, the new general manager, who at his press conference said, I think it's pretty simple from my perspective. We will prioritize people and players that are intangibly rich, and by doing so, they will elevate our ecosystem, our team, by being nothing more than themselves. It's as simple as that. Charles, everything I know about Travis Hunter and talking to people that are around him, he only likes 3 things in life. He likes catching touchdowns, he likes taking the football away on defense, and fishing. That's it.
Well, that's part of the ecosystem.
right? Did he just talk about an ecosystem there? Look, he wants great players. That's what you want in all of this. And he's going to get one in Travis Hunter. I think they'll play him on offense first, but he's definitely going to play some defense there as well.
In the meantime, we say hello to Jamie Erdahl right now here on the stage with the first overall pick in the draft.
Cam, you got a lot of number ones in your life. You started with one offer from Incarnate Word. You are now the number one overall pick. How does this moment feel to you?
It's special. God did everything for me. Him, myself, my family. And I'm just supposed to be here. I'm ready to get to work. With the times of my teammates, and I just want to get the process going.
This is crazy, bruh.
You're staying loose. How ready are you to get to Tennessee and show them what you got?
So I'm ready. That's how we're dreaming for. It's an opportunity to play National Football League in the country. So I'm making sure they get everything I've got.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Greatly appreciate that. So the last.
That's good, man. I never root for Cam Ward though. I was just root for all you guys.
Traded up for Orlando Pace, first overall in the 1997 NFL draft. So a rare trade for a rare player and talent. They are hugging it out right now in Jacksonville. The pick is in. The Giants are now.
This got to be Travis Hunter.
About to hear who it is here, and Joel, we had to go to the stage to give Cam Ward his due. You got 2 cents to chime in on Cam? On Cam or whatever?
Well, you're going to pull on whatever. So let me just finish up Cam, because this guy started 57 games. He attempted 2,300 passes. If you look at guys that won the Super Bowl since 2000, their college career is 35 starts, about 1,200 attempts. So he's got the requisite experience to come in and play well. I think he'll continue to grow. I really love that pick for Tennessee. And then moving forward, guys, to this pick, Jacksonville moving up. We touched on this before the draft here in the pre-show. You're killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. Travis Hunter is the best wide receiver in the draft. He's also the best corner in the draft. And I believe that he should and will play on both sides, and he'll contribute. And he's going to be a great player in this league. Gives you big plays on offense, and maybe he's the guy guarding Nico Collins, Houston's big target on defense. This is going to be a very interesting deal. The bottom line, DJ, we talked about this last night on your mock draft show. Trevor Lawrence, this is it, my man, and we're giving you every opportunity, and we're giving you every weapon we possibly can. That's exactly how this feels right now. Yeah. This has got to be it for Trevor Lawrence.
And Hunter is such an amazing talent, such an amazing athlete, and he's going to see the one-on-one coverage because that dude on the other side, Brian Thomas Jr., one of the best young players.
Facts. Oh yeah, yo. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting they got Brian Thomas Jr. on Jacksonville. Yeah. And they got who's the other running back they got? I said Etienne.
Move again, maybe. Just commit to trying to get assets for next year. We'll see. This looks like they're taking in this quarterback class and saying
if they don't drop down, Kurt Warner may have been on it about the runner.
Well, Eric Armstead is the reigning Walter Payton man.
Oh yeah. You know what? What's called the Browns could go running back too. They could go Genty.
While we are here tonight to celebrate the 32 young men entering the NFL, I'm honored to take a moment to recognize a player who's made a profound impact on and off the field. The Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, recognizes one player each year who best represents greatness and compassion both on and off the field and in the community. Tonight, we are proudly joined by the 2024 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, Eric Armstead. First off, I want to say thank you to the commissioner. Thank you to the Payton family and the NFL and Nationwide. And also, too, tonight I want to encourage each player embarking on the NFL journey to identify a passion close to their heart and act upon it. Use your platform to make your community, the league, and this world a better place. As we remember, Walter Payton
Strive to leave a positive legacy of your own. Thank you. We have a trade. The Cleveland Browns have traded the second pick to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And with the second pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter, wide receiver, defensive back from Colorado.
So the Jacksonville Jaguars go gold, sort of like the color of the jacket. Travis Hunter is dancing his way out of the green room in, taking that hot pink to the land of teal in Duval County, and the Jacksonville Jaguars move up 3 spots. Trade next year's first-round pick and other considerations for the unicorn in this year's draft. The last time a wide receiver was taken second overall was when this happened to Calvin Johnson in 2007. The last time a quarterback was chosen in the top 2 overall picks in the NFL draft. It hasn't happened in the common draft era, and it's the first time for both in one and the same individual, the guy who just put on a Jaguars hat.
DJ, of course he's running up there. He never gets tired. He's not sweating, I can tell you that much.
115 plays per game. Just think about that. And right now, I'm just wondering, Champ Bailey, all those other guys, Woodson,
turn 102.
They're born too soon, Joel, for them to be utilized like this young man will be utilized in the NFL.
He is a special player, certainly, just between the lines, his instincts on both sides of the ball, but the conditioning is just off the charts. There's no way to explain it, DJ.
All right, let's get into some of the video, guys, that can show you what he does on both sides of the ball there at Colorado. Let's start, first of all, on offense. Off the charts, elite ball skills. This catch against North Dakota State was ridiculous, and you see it over and over again, him go up and get it. Now, how's Trevor Lawrence going to enjoy this? A quick little hitch here, and let him break a tackle, and off he goes, run after catch. On defense, you'll see him in man coverage. I like him best when he's off. I think he's most comfortable there, but flashing some man cover skills there. This is his bread and butter. He's going to set traps and off coverage. He's going to read the quarterback and just use his instinct to find and play the football. You look at some of these wide receivers and cornerbacks in the same game. That's pretty good company he's joining right there.
It's only fitting that the first player that we welcome to Primetime, presented by Nationwide.
I don't know, yo, this guy crazy though. Like, I mean, obviously, like Trey Hunter is a dog, but I feel like that's gonna give a lot to move up and get him. But that could be me.
I'm just super excited. I get to go back home, but I also, somewhere I wanted to play, and I'm so excited that they picked me.
The Jacksonville Jaguars just traded up to get your services to their team. What conversations have you had with them with how you are going to be used in the NFL?
The crazy part is I had no conversation with them outside of the combine, so I didn't know what to expect, and I'm excited that they came and picked me. I wanted to cry, but I can't cry, and I'm too excited.
We can feel that. Congratulations, Travis.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Born in West Palm Beach, now going to be employed in Duval County.
Go, Travis. Do your thing, brother.
Awesome since the combine, huh? He said they didn't talk since the combine. And the Jaguars just make us bold. Look at Tony Khan hugging his dad right there. They are fired up at the draft party as well. You can only imagine how they're feeling in Cleveland right now. But hey, Browns fans, let's see what the Browns do next. In the meantime, I give you the floor, Mr. Colorado Buffalo.
Well, I'm immensely proud right now of what Travis has been able to accomplish at the University of Colorado, but he should be proud in what he embarked on coming out of high school. Remember, this is the #1 player in the country that decided to go to a HBCU to play for Deion Sanders. Why? So that he could bet on himself and play both sides of the football. That's why he went there. And Deion gave him that chance. His instincts are off the charts. Just think about it. At all times when he's on the field, he's the best defender and best receiver once the ball's in the air. That's just something to lean on. And when I think about toughness and competitive instincts, this guy comes to mind. I just don't see how he doesn't succeed at the next level. He's a unicorn. He's one of one. The only comparison that I can give to him, it's not Prime, it's not Champ Bailey, it's Shohei Ohtani. Because he's going to impact the game to that level on both sides.
Look, my background's in scouting, and I'd love to throw a bunch of fancy terms out about him. Sometimes you got to make it simple. If you want to go out to recess, he's the first pick. That's what it is. He's just better at football, and he can do everything.
And one of the most dynamic receivers in the league last year was rookie Brian Thomas Jr. And now here comes another rookie who will also play corner for the Jaguars. The Giants pick is in. The Patriots are on the clock. 2 minutes in on that. Kurt Warner, let's give you the floor.
Well, I love what you guys are talking about when you talk about instincts, because the best players I played with on the offensive side were the guys with instincts that understood and had a feel for the game. The hardest guys I played against on the defensive side were the guys with instincts, not the guys with physicality, but understood the movement of guys around them and could play the football. Travis Hunter can do all of that.
The Giants are celebrating their selection in this draft. There's Steve Sims, John Mara, the coach, Brian Daboll, Joe Shane, GM, and a very interesting jacket. I like it right there. Is that in honor of Wink Martindale? I don't know.
The third pick
Here's the
in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Abdul Carter.
Yep.
Defensive end, Penn State.
Shout out Penn State. Let's go.
That could have gone to Shador Sanders, and we expected does go as expected to.
Yeah, and like I said, the top of the pitch will be some combination of Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. Boom. I think if the Patriots stay here, they probably go off the tackle. You know, how about Drake May? They could go wide receiver. They could go maybe the guy from Arizona.
Abdul Carter, to me, there's two big-time elite players. Whatever order you have them between Hunter and Carter, those are the guys. Big-time burst off the line of scrimmage. He just reminds me a little bit of Von Miller, the way he can bend and the speed that he has off the line. These are early wins where you see tackles like this one at USC not even get a hand on him, and then he's able to turn that short corner. That quick first step, again, these are early, quick wins for Abdul Carter. He used to be an off-the-ball linebacker. You want him to play off the ball, no problem. He can range laterally sideline to sideline. You see an athletic quarterback, like, I don't know, maybe Jalen Hurts inside the division. We can have him mirror and spy and do that as well. Again, this is an elite player. He's an elite player in any draft.
Let's go, Abdul.
They have to get better in their own division. Who they're chasing down. They're chasing down Philadelphia, chasing down Washington, the dynamic young quarterback. Second part of all of this is don't get Kayvon Thibodeau's status. Is the fifth-year option in play? What's going to happen there? Right now, there's 3 great pass rushers. He may be the replacement if Thibodeau's not there anymore. So this is a big-time move for them. And by the way, Rich, you're from New York. Is it not baked in? I know you're a Jets guy. Is it not baked in the DNA of Giants fans to chant defense? That's a big deal for them. To get back to playing defense the way the Giants have done it in the past, Abdul Carter helps get them there.
Giants fans enjoying that pick. It's the 7th Penn State player selected in the top 3. The Giants have taken the last 2. Saquon Barkley in 2018, and then Abdul Carter joining a fellow Stick City guy in the NFC East.
Well, he had 11 from day one at Penn State. James Franklin knew what he had when he came in as a true freshman. He gave him that number, which means everything on that side of the football there at State College. And I will tell you, I think he's going to be a great Giant. He's going to be disruptive. He only played 1 year, guys, on the edge, and he was that disruptive behind the line of scrimmage. He's only going to develop in terms of his pass rushing moves and the way that he can get after the quarterback. I think he's an elite player. He could have a Micah Parsons-like impact. I really do. I think he could have that in the NFL.
I also want to go back to when the season ended and we saw the official draft order. We looked at those 2 teams at 2 and 3, Cleveland and the Giants, as quarterback-needy teams. Would they go quarterbacks? So far, we've seen 1 trade and we've seen 1 pass rusher. So we'll see as we get to the rest of these quarterback teams.
Yes, Lord.
To follow as we go through. Are we going to see another one? Are we going to see 2? That's going to be something to keep an eye on.
Do you think New England is disappointed that these 2 are off the board? Did they hope that a quarterback would somehow go before them so they could select either Travis or Abdul? Probably.
Well, they didn't trade out. The pick is in, and the Browns are on the clock for the second time tonight. We're barely a half an hour into this draft. Again, if you're just joining us, the Jacksonville Jaguars moved up from 5 to 2 to take Travis Hunter. The Browns moved from 2 to 5, got a 1 in next year's draft. There was a swap of 4th-round picks. They also the Cleveland Browns wound up coughing up another selection in this field. Part of Jacksonville to Cleveland for the right to have Jacksonville move up and select Travis Hunter. Jamie Erdahl is on the stage with Abdul Carter.
Abdul, you are born and raised in Philadelphia. You are wearing a New York Giants hat now. What does that tell you about your football future and the commitment the New York City market has made to you?
Yeah, I love it. I appreciate New York. They get everything out of me. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to have this opportunity.
In what ways are you going to make this Giants defense incredible?
Just being myself, just being incredible. That's what I am. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing my whole life in New York. I'm coming. They're going to get the best out of me.
Got a great smile, Abdul. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to him, and congratulations to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This may be one of their best draft nights in recent memory. They made the big splash, and we're going to break for the first time on a team other than Jacksonville. See, it's not you, it's us, is basically what we're saying.
Verizon Small Business Days are back.
Yo, this is crazy.
Closer than you.
I think Patriots probably gonna go.
Nice surprise.
Let's call it. They might go off the tackle.
Deals, advice, wherever you are. Even on the job.
Hey, hi.
And making sure all your tech
Let's take a look.
is good to go. April 21st to 27th. Don't wait. Get started today.
If you keep making that face, it's going to stay like that.
I'm trying to get my own car insurance.
USAA. Grandpa was in the military. You shared membership with your mom so she could share with you.
Easy. USAA. Check if you're eligible today.
This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works. This stuff kills weeds down to the root without killing your lawn. This stuff works on dandelions, crabgrass, clover. This stuff works for up to 3 months. This stuff works guaranteed money back. This stuff works on
commercials.
Lawns, small lawns, and I guess you can call that a lawn lawns. This stuff works without killing your lawn. This stuff works without killing your weekend. This stuff works for the rookies and the seasoned pros. This stuff works in Knoxville, Bronxville, Rockville, Marysville. This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works.
Why do NFL players choose to sleep under Smart Bed? I like to sleep cool.
And I like to sleep even cooler.
And I really like it when we both get what we want. Meet the Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. Visit a Sleep Number store near you.
The Chase Mobile. Things over the course of That's convenience from Chase.
Lowe's now. Project.
An old fat girl.
Make sure you know. My love.
They're on the clock. Yeah.
Miss Ella Fillmore. All right, yeah, pick back up.
In the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Will Campbell, tackle, LSU.
All right, yep.
So the Patriots decide to go for protection up front for their
Yes, sir.
tackle need for the Patriots was probably the most glaring across all 32 teams. They had to go in this direction. They go with Will Campbell out of LSU, who reminded me a lot of Michael Roos going the way back machine, if you remember him playing for the Tennessee Titans. Very smooth. He's played a lot of football. He started as soon as he got on campus there at LSU. When guys get into him, he does have a firm base. He can recover as well. The temperament, the finish is outstanding. You see that here in the run game as he's able to displace defenders and create a lot of movement there at the point of attack. Much was made about the arm length. Does he need to slide in and play guard? I think you can hold up and tackle, but in an absolute worst case scenario, you've got yourself a Pro Bowl caliber guard down the road. But they had to address the offensive line. They had no choice.
Yeah, you were mentioning Michael Roos. What about Rashawn Slater? People wondered about him. He's held up well at tackle for the Los Angeles Chargers. Remember, guys, they took care of a lot of their needs on defense in free agency, getting Milton Williams, getting Harold Landry, Robert Spillane at linebacker, Carlton Davis at corner. The tackle was a huge need, as DJ said. And by the way, that offensive line last year, Joe Klatt, absolutely abysmal. And you drafted Drake May last year. You better start taking care of that young quarterback and starting tonight with Will Campbell.
And I'd be interested in what Kurt thought about the way Drake played last year, but I thought he played.
I don't know.
Where it's like, oh, yeah, we got something.
Who the Browns go here at 5 though? Like, do the Browns go Shadur Sanders? Do they go like?
I agree with you, Dan. Even if you have to move them inside, that's a win.
When I did a Patriot game last year, I normally like to try and circle the offensive line who I think could be vulnerable. Other teams could go after. I just circled the whole group. And that's how bad they are. What's the pressure rate in the NFL last year? They've done a lot in free agency, and now they just added the 4th overall pick.
Right, and the bottom line is this. I mean, the Patriots got Stephon Diggs to add to that offense, and Josh McDaniels is back to coordinate it. That alone should improve things, both of those, along with this draft choice, as Mike Vrabel's first draft choice as the new HC of the New England Patriots. It's time to welcome Will Campbell to Prime Time, presented by Nationwide. Jamie?
Uh-oh. Who the Browns go here at 5 though?
Mr. Louisiana, but you just got a love letter from the New England Patriots. You haven't stopped smiling since you heard your name. What's behind that smile?
Man, just all the hard work.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be up here, to be able to get my name called by a franchise like New England means everything to me.
We can feel that. We absolutely can feel that. Well, you are brought to New England to protect Drake May. What kind of tone are you going to set on this offensive line?
I'm going to fight and die to protect them with everything I've got.
Hey.
Congratulations, Will.
In case you couldn't tell, Will Campbell's not from New England. Now he is from Monroe, Louisiana.
Oh yeah. No, so well, Kel could be a dog. We're from Monroe, Louisiana.
Next at 5, my understanding is they got several calls up from teams about potentially trading back. They have some interesting options. They're the top defensive lineman on the board. They have 2 top offensive linemen. We'll see what the Browns end up doing. Then obviously Abdul Carter went to the Giants. Don't rule out the Giants coming back into the first round to try to get a quarterback. Yes, even Shadur Sanders definitely in the realm of possibility for the Giants.
Definitely keep an eye on.
Dang, wait, hold on. You told me the Browns that run the Rich House in 1989. Sheesh. That's so crazy, bro.
The first of Tom Brady being officially part of the ownership group in Las Vegas, Nevada. So, just an interesting first 5 minutes of us waiting for Vegas to make a choice. Who do you think Cleveland's choosing here? Is it Ashton Genty? What do you think?
I would think you'd be looking at another trade. I'm just curious to see if they're going to pick. The pick is actually in. Well, Ashton Genty's my highest rated player, but they have a glaring tackle need. And they have other options out there. Armand Membu is out there. Kelvin Banks from Texas is out there. So That to me is a position they have to address.
Which I'm sure is why they were thinking they could move down, is because there's guys they could move down and get at that position of need, so probably just didn't get the value they wanted.
So we hadn't had a single trade involving a first-round draft choice from the new league year to draft night. Then we had one right off the bat with the Browns moving down to make this selection.
Uh-oh.
With the fifth pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Mason Graham, defensive tackle.
Wow.
Browns fans, welcome in a Wolverine to the mix.
Okay. Mason Graham.
No Travis Hunter, second overall. They have fifth overall. It's Mason Graham, a terrific defensive lineman, to round out the top five.
Okay. So they got they got Myles Garrett, we signed, and they got Mr. Graham.
With a wrestling background who is unbelievable against the run. You cannot move him at the point of attack. He plays with incredible leverage, and then he also flashes this ability, as he showed against Alabama, to penetrate, make his way into the backfield. Just a dominant player.
Sheesh.
Run. Pass rush wise, I think there's more growth to come there, but he shows you in flashes when he can get on an edge and get to the half of a man.
Okay.
That he's a load to block.
All right.
He has an unending
Raiders 6. This might be a gentry season here.
When I think about the last 15 years in college football, I think of the most disruptive and impactful defensive tackles that I've seen. And Dominican Sue comes to mind. Nick Fairley comes to mind. And Auburn, CD.
Nick Fairley? Oh, man. I haven't heard that name in a minute.
I mean, he is always on his feet. He is powerful. He's got a great attitude. And he's got a tough attitude. He will walk in, and his confidence just as a deep interior defensive lineman will
Nice. Okay. Okay, Cleveland.
Knowing that, hey, he's going to make the linebackers better. He's going to make the safeties better. He's going to make everybody better in that defense.
Including Myles Garrett, because that's a guy who the Browns kept. And now they add Mason Graham to that line. The Grim Reaper's got some extra help.
And remember, Dalvin Tomlinson no longer there. They needed help in the interior. But go to the division they play in. Who's the most dominant team in AFC North right now? It's the Baltimore Ravens. What do they do? First, last, and always. Run the football with big people coming at you all the time. You've got to hold up in those circumstances. And Pittsburgh has got their line better. They want to get back to running the football with more consistency. This guy may show up. It looks like his shirt tails out. He may not look like the perfect specimen. When he comes out of his stance, DJ and Joel, and he shocks you with those hands, guess what? He's going to go and make a play after that.
Yeah, he's incredible in that regard. You know, there's only a few times that I can remember being in a booth and calling a game.
All right, so it does look like Gentry will go to the Raiders.
Ohio State, who won the national championship. Ohio State kept trying to run the football at Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham, and Mason Graham just kept throwing their guards onto the ground and making tackles. I mean, they single-handedly won that game in Columbus.
Well, look at me when you're saying that. Look at him.
In all honesty, the most important trait anybody from Cleveland wants to have in a Brown is someone who knows how to win in the state of Ohio. Wow. You know, and guys, you were saying it, and I'm just backing your play.
Just pick it up what you're putting down.
I do see. Meanwhile, you know, we were talking about he is 4-0. It's so high up. Thanks for that. I just wanted to. Jamie Rudolph, take it away.
Mason Graham, you are a Michigan man, but did you just make nice with the state of Ohio?
I guess so. I mean, that's where my future's at. I'm going to do everything I can, put Cleveland back on top.
You hang up that phone call and you know you're about to line up next to Myles Garrett every day. How does that sound?
I mean, it's such a blessing. He's a fierce competitor. I want to play with guys like that. And yeah, he's the real deal. So
congratulations, Mason.
Appreciate it.
So we were talking in mock draft world, right? Cam Ward, then Travis Hunter, then Abdul Carter, then Will Campbell, then Mason Graham. The only thing that's non-chalky about it is Jacksonville took Travis Hunter.
Yep.
Cleveland took Mason Graham. And then everyone was sharpieing in at Ashton Genty to Vegas. And lo and behold, Vegas took about 3 minutes to make their pick, and I'm wondering if it is in fact for Ashton Genty.
Yeah, I thought there was a good chance Ashton Genty could be gone. They have the opportunity to pick him at this point in time, as well as some offensive tackles out there.
The Jets have been on the clock almost the last 5 minutes for the first pick of the Aaron Glenn administration. Here comes the commissioner with the 6th overall pick.
Yeah, it's got to be Genty. Got to be Genty.
With the 6th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Genty, running back, Boise State.
Wow, that's on bet cashed. Ashton Genty, Las Vegas Raiders team to draft Ashton Genty, plus 550 odds. Let's go, Nate. Let me see you. The Ray got Gino, at Genty. They got Brock Bowers at tight end. I see the righty couple receivers, but Genty's a dog.
I would put him in that company. Starts out with that unique stance. He's standing upright. He is very slippery and elusive. You see him get out of some tough situations when you're watching that Boise State tape. But this is the calling card. Again, you've got an unblocked defender. They get free cracks at him, and you can't get him on the ground because of that contact balance. He is just a piece of muscle. There's not
a piece of muscle for Ashton Genty. That's crazy. But no, Genty's good though.
Able to power through as it's time for Next Gen Stats powered by AWS. You look at these top NGS overall scores and look at the company that he's in there.
Yeah, Saquon, B. John, McCaffrey, Reggie Bush. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Genty's gonna be a dog.
That was pretty early in the season to kind of announce his presence with authority, didn't he? Here's the other thing to think about. Pete Carroll is a head coach. We always talk about past successes, how you did it. Is that predictive? Well, you mentioned Marshawn Lynch already, Rich, and how they built that team in Seattle. Pete's going to probably want to build this team similarly. Remember, in free agency, they went ahead and added to their roster anyway. Added to the offensive line a little bit.
Yep.
You got to figure out Colton Miller at left tackle. Running the football, being tough and physical, building out defense. That's the Pete Carroll way, and he has his bell cow running back to do that.
Yep.
As they try and chase down Kansas City.
Yeah, but say what's called the Raiders will try to play some bully ball. Play some bully ball. They're gonna play action with Brock Bowers and look at what Jacoby Myers is good. Is a good wide receiver, solid. So yeah, they got some.
His military family was in Italy, so then he moves to Texas, doesn't get a starting role on his high school team, so he has to play slot receiver. He's got that in his background. Finally gets to Boise State and runs for 2,600 yards.
And now he's a Las Vegas Raider hanging out with Jim Iredall.
Ashton, you are going to the entertainment capital of the world to play football. What makes you a headliner for the Las Vegas Raiders?
I mean, you've seen it, the energy, you've seen the dance moves. I'm ready to go entertain each and every week on Sunday.
The commissioner of the NFL just picked you up in that hug. Is that the last man that's going to try to tackle you in the NFL?
Nah, I don't think so.
Congratulations, Ashton.
Thank you.
So there goes Ashton Genty. The Jets pick is in, and we're going to get that when we come back from break.
What just gonna pick here? Like, hold on. Hold on. Look at ESPN here. Let's see, who's like the who's best available here. I see Jets could go tight in here. They could go they might go Tyler Warren here. They could go enough in state to go Tyler Warren. And then Carolina might go out. I think Carolina should go like wide receiver, to be honest. Or linebacker. I see Carolina could go Jalen Walker if the Jets go like tight end. I'm about to say shoot. If I'm just, I'm going tight end. Oh God, dang! Cole Reagan, they go. What's it called? He can go. Six and a third. How many innings did he go?
Don't make it this far. Anyone don't make it to the top.
Hey, Corey only went 3 innings.
I'm not just talking anything.
Okay. He must got hurt. It's all good.
You might know Harbor.
Come on, Shador. Yo.
What you might
Hey, should I go number 9? Yeah, yo, that's $85.
You see, we test.
Should I go number 9 to the Saints or whoever team is there?
To ensure our tools perform at the highest level and stand the test of time without testing your wallet. Now it's time for you to put us to the test.
Hey, yo, the Jets gonna go old lineman? Sheesh.
That's crazy. Yes, yes.
However you book your hotel, first check Kayak to see what lots of people say about where you're planning to stay.
The shaper go crazy.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to SafeFlight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. Go to SafeFlight.com and schedule a replacement today.
SafeFlight Repair, SafeFlight Replace. Get Google Pixel 9a on us and our new 3-year price lock guarantee with plans starting at $30 a month.
As the days get longer, you can feel it, like a breath of fresh air.
And no matter what the day holds.
So obviously, Lloyd just might go offensive lineman here, but I thought they might go tight end. I thought they might go Tyler Warren, but.
Time for Green Room Grip by Lowe's. Checking on who's back there still here in Green Bay. As we are now getting ready to find out who the
Hold on, I got some water.
draft is for Ken Green. As Will Johnson of the University of Michigan is back there. Mason Graham, his teammate from the championship team 144, as it's known in Michigan. Just went to the Cleveland Browns. I mean, last year, the Jets had an opportunity to take the top tight end of the draft board. Went offensive line with Olu Kashnu anyway. Look where we are. They have a shot at going for the top tight end with pick number 7 in this draft. Or they could go Membu. There could be all different ways the Jets could go with this pick. But it's now time, instead of just speculate, to get the actual pick from the commissioner. Once upon a time, if I'm not mistaken, a former intern of the New York Jets coming out with this pick right now. He's been upgraded a little bit up the flow chart since then.
With the 7th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Armand Membu, Missouri, tackle.
So once again, no tight end. Instead, it is a member of the offensive line for the New York Jets, the kid from Missouri, Armand Membu, running terrific combine. He's going to New York.
Yeah, he's a right tackle. He'll stay at right tackle there for the Jets. I thought this decision would be tight end tackle, as you said, Rich. I think they went Membu, who's very explosive and easy bender and can redirect.
Yep.
Because they like the tight ends that could be available on day 2 versus the tackles that would be available. But this is an excellent athlete. You see him in pass protection. He's very quick. He's also patient. He's got that size where even if guys get into his chest, you really can't get through him because he's just so strong and has such a firm base. In the run game, you see his athleticism, his ability to get to the second level. He can reach and cut guys off. That's going to be fun with the running backs they have there with the New York Jets.
Yeah, with Breece Hall and
powered by AWS. We talk about
what's the Braylon Allen? I think from the Jets.
With this athleticism score over Grace Abel. Guys, I was with the Philadelphia Eagles when Jason Peters was there. They're body doubles for one another, what they look like.
So we heard Don't Stop Believing. And James Gandolfini's favorite team went, hold on, wait for it, Membu only. Great. Thank you so much. I will be here all week. Tip the waiter. I will be here all week. Tip your waiter. Panthers pick when we come back. Saints on the clock here in Green Bay.
What makes iconic? It's a feeling. It's a flavor. It's every moment. It's every detail. It's the excitement. It's the journey. But most importantly, it's the destination.
Honestly, sure.
Caesar's Palace.
I wonder who the Panthers are going to pick here at it was 8. I'm about to say, like, I'm very curious who they're going to pick.
Years, putting the most advanced technology into people's hands, generation after generation, tool after tool, again and again, bringing you the most reliable network of authorized sales and service dealers, always moving forward. We lead, others follow.
Why can't we say we're the best home shopping site? Because while true, you just can't say that legally. What if we said it in Spanish?
Homes.com es el mejor.
No. What if he said
Homes.com. It's the best.
Homes.com?
It's the best.
Hey, you know you're not actually allowed to drink in a beer commercial?
Since when?
You gotta wait till it's done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rise and shine.
Welcome, we're so glad you're here.
GMFB is live from LA, and we've got all things football.
We're here, baby. Let's get it.
All the bold takes.
They just don't lose.
No one in the league is playing better than him. He knows how to develop a winning culture.
All the big stars.
A lot of confidence, a lot of swagger.
I've never been so fired up at 5 o'clock in the morning in my life. And all the fun.
If that's your jam, this is for you.
Good morning football. Tomorrow.
I mean, I see like the Panthers going to Tyler Warren.
Chevy makes affordable vehicles that help you enjoy life. Get more for less in the Chevy Trax. Maximize every mile of the all-electric Equinox. And power through with the capable Colorado. Enjoy endless possibilities and your new Chevy. Get 2.9% APR plus no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2025 Equinox models. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
The industrial grade products you need. Ranger. For the ones who get it done.
Tonight's aerial cam coverage of this special Green Bay night is presented by Goodyear. Look at that. A smattering of fans inside Lambeau. 125,000 fans.
All right, pays in for the Panthers.
In what is normally the parking lots in the east and northeast entrances of this football cathedral. That is David Tepper, the owner of the Carolina Panthers, yucking it up with the newest member of the team. We're about to hear that pick while New Orleans is halfway through the time allotted for the 9th overall pick in this draft. Is this a Jalen Walker spot, do you think?
Well, this defense was terrible last year, so
that's
you really look at a lot of different areas. The pass rush, just finding playmakers on the defensive side of the ball is something that's much needed in Carolina. You also have Bryce Young, who, man, what a kick save. After he got a chance to catch his breath, came back and played better. You could also try and give him a little sugar and give him somebody that can make some plays for him as well. This is a team that's still in the development process here with Dan Morgan as the general manager, Dave Canales as the head coach. There's needs kind of littered all over this roster.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong on it, is what you're saying, right? Either way, you got to take care of it. Our crew last year surprisingly ended up doing 4 Carolina Panthers games. Many of them near the end of the year, and Bryce Young got better and better and better. The numbers weren't eye-popping, they weren't staggering, but you saw them improve and grow throughout that process. So if they go in that direction, you're saying, hey, we're going to give you one more, we're going to give you another opportunity. Maybe they give them someone on offense, but I really thought
Graham, he's off the board. Jalen Walker was the one I had in mind.
Well, the mystery's about to end. Here's the commissioner with the 8th overall pick. First one for the Panthers tonight.
With the 8th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Teteroa McMillan.
Oh,
wide receiver.
Wow. Okay.
They go,
Wide receiver.
and they go Ted McMillan, who is technically the second wide receiver chosen tonight. And it's the kid from Arizona coming out, and he is going to join this offense in Carolina.
Well, Dave Canales got this job based off what he did in Tampa Bay with a big receiver like Mike Evans and that explosive offense they had there. So he goes out and gets one as a head coach and gets Ted McMillan, who is very long and rangy. Kind of remind me a little bit of Drake London in some instances. Watch him go up and get the ball. That length, he plays above the rim. Think about Bryce down there in the red zone. Just throw it up with tremendous touch, which he can do. He can go get it. How about the special one-handed catch here against Colorado? The body control, ball's underthrown, no problem. For a bigger receiver, he can really adjust down the field and play like a smaller guy. He's slippery with the ball in his hands after the catch. I think he's got to put a little more consistent urgency. There's times where you'll see him ease on the backside of routes. That's something that's coachable. You got to get that out of him. But the raw ability, his basketball or his volleyball background, it shows up on the football field.
Huge production. I mean, huge production. He had 174 catches, 2,700 yards, and everybody in the building knew he was getting the ball. I mean, that's just the flat-out facts of it. And this is not an excuse, DJ, but I would just say there are some colleges and college offenses that will teach in their coaching room, in the individual rooms, the backside receiver, hey, take this play off. You know, and so I don't like it either when I see it on film, but I'm telling you, these guys, some of them are coached to do that in these offenses, and it's tough to scout when you're seeing that on film. But this guy in a 50-50 situation, CD, I don't know if there's anybody better.
Shorter quarterback. Last year, it's Xavier Leggett. They need him to come along and play better. McMillan, another big, wide-ranging target for the shorter quarterback, Bryce Young. A little more forgiving as they throw it downfield.
So Bryce Young now has a 10 to go in this league.
Gosh, I ain't Negro. Josh.
Solo guy on the backside. Nothing makes football easier for a young quarterback than to look out there and go, oh, I got one-on-one.
Be ready, or if he's going to play at all
Jeez,
in
yo.
2025 season. That brings us around to the quarterbacks. They did all the homework on the quarterbacks. He's surprised if Shedeur Sanders was the pick here, but several other quarterbacks they like in this round.
Well, there's Shedeur at the crib, as Brian called it, in Texas. Why would you say you'd be surprised if it's Shedeur Sanders with this pick here?
Rich, just based on my conversations, either it's the longest con of all time, or the Saints liked Tyler Shook and Jackson Dart just a little higher, just based on the overall package than Shedeur Sanders.
Thank you very much, Ian. Your sense on this?
Well, I talked to a lot of folks around this quarterback situation. I try and see who's doing the most work. Now, it's one thing with a Travis Hunter
to maybe try and play coy and lay back and just meet with him at the combine. If you're going to take a quarterback and put your job in his hands, teams do a full-scale workup on them. And it just didn't seem to me like the Saints were doing that on these guys to take one this early in the draft. So
Wow.
I thought these were more of
Saints will go tackle?
second round. At that point in time, you take your shot. But just talking to people all around this kind of ecosystem of quarterbacks is what I'm getting at. That was not the vibe they were getting.
Last time I heard someone ignore a quarterback so publicly, when the quarterback was shocked that he was taken by the team, Jay Cutler. When Mike Shanahan ordered his people to stay away, he did all the work up on his own, and then they took him as a surprise to everyone, including Cutler.
Well, Bears are 4 and change into their allotted time for the 10th overall pick. Here's the commissioner with the Saints' choice.
With the 9th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Kelvin Banks Jr., tackle, Texas.
So we go offensive line. DJ, your thoughts?
Well, I thought these tackles would come off the board quick because there's not a lot of them that you can count on to come in and start and play right away.
Where the Bears go? Like the bigger linebacker, maybe?
Now they get the other one taken care of. Think about Kellen Moore just winning the Super Bowl with a team that's all about the line of scrimmage with the Philadelphia Eagles. So not a surprise at all to see them go with tackle. We'll see which quarterback they're protecting down the road here and see what that looks like. But investing in the trenches, not surprised to me that's the direction they went.
And notice they said tackle, right? Not guard, because there's talk about it kicking inside the guard. DJ, take it away from here.
Yeah, very balanced in pass protection. Really, just the Georgia games were the ones where he struggled. The rest of the tape is pretty consistent. He's a fluid mover. Here he is in that Georgia game, showing you some of those redirection skills that he possesses. He's big. He's got those broad shoulders in the run game. He can get that initial movement. Want to see him stay connected and stay attached a little bit more. But the athleticism getting up to the second level takes those good angles to get up to those linebackers. Here's the pop of some of that physicality that he's got inside. I want to see more of that continue to develop in his game, guys. But the tackles, the run was early. That was expected, and that was chalk.
Fuaga last year. Now he goes in and probably play right tackle instead of Trevor Bennett. And Joel, in that division, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are pressure off the edges. That meets a need right there.
Listen, Kelvin Banks Jr., he's a guy, Sark raves about this guy. When I would talk to Steve Sarkisian, the head coach of Texas, about Kelvin Banks, he would say if everybody on our team took care of their business like Kelvin did, we would be good to go. So he's a great locker room guy. And now the weight is on for Shedeur, who we just saw on our screens. You know, that's the third quarterback spot. Yes, see punt on quarterback. This is big in that regard.
The next one appears to be 21.
For everything we're talking about with New Orleans and everything, that's a bit. The story of this pick is, where does Shedeur go to? Where does he fall to?
Meanwhile, the Bears pick is in, and they do have every tight end available for them to choose. We'll find out who that pick is. The Niners are on the clock right now. About 90 seconds in.
Hey, there's our NFL fans everywhere. Hold on to your hats, because boy, do we have an announcement for you, live from the heart of the NFL draft right here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. That's right, Colleen. The schedule release marks a pivotal moment in the NFL calendar. It sets the stage for a thrilling season. Yeah, this is where we get to geek out over every single game and bye week, the primetime revenge and rematches, those late season divisional dates that end up deciding playoff spots. And who's playing at Lambeau in December? Ooh, we're going to have to find out. You'll find out soon, okay? How about these rookies, the players who are drafted here tonight? When and where do they make their NFL debuts? We're going to find that out as well. Let's not forget the expanding lineup of international games, as well as Christmas, Thanksgiving Day. There's so many captivating matchups. It's the best. Yes, because nothing says holiday cheer like watching your team destroy another. So, without further ado, everybody, get it together, mark your calendars, set your alarms. The schedule will be dropped on May 14th. There we go. Lock it in. We can't wait. You can tweet it out, tell everybody, and don't miss it. Be sure to check out all the great content from the NFL team sites, the club social channels around the schedule release, tune into NFL Network, as well as ESPN2. Full coverage of the thrilling 2025 matchups. May 14th just around the corner. I know. It's basically here at this point. Guys, get ready and buckle up for the greatest season of your lives.
That is quite the hype. I know what I'm doing on May 14th. I'll be working.
You'll be working.
All this, you hear the boos. That's what happens when the Bears are about to make their pick.
Didn't even need Clay Matthews.
Here at the first ever draft in the home of the Packers. So, we find out the Bears we were talking about, did they trade up for Jenkins? They might have attempted, didn't work out. If they did, they have every tight end available. What do you think, Dan?
Well, the tackles are gone. So this is a tight end, or this is a tight end.
You mentioned it too, but you said tight end in your mock draft.
Jenkins gone, and the tackles are gone.
Yeah, but you mentioned tight end in your mock draft.
This will be fun with the Bears.
This makes perfect sense. Ben Johnson.
Yesterday, the NFL family lost a true legend, Bears Hall of Famer Steve McMichael. My heart is with the McMichael family during this incredibly difficult time. Misty, please know that you are in our thoughts and prayers. Mongo's remarkable contributions to the game and the community will never be forgotten. His legacy will continue to inspire generations to come. 50 years ago, with the fourth pick in the 1975 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears selected one of Steve McMichael's teammates and closest friends, Walter Payton, running back, Jackson State. Walter would go on to rush for nearly 17,000 yards and 110 touchdowns over 13 seasons, all with the Chicago Bears. As you heard earlier, the NFL continues to honor Sweetness not only for his performance and excellence on the field, but also his commitment to give back to his community with the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award. So with the 10th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Colston Loveland, tight end, Michigan.
Wow.
So it's Colston Loveland, not Tyler Warren.
Ahead of Tyler Warren? Bro.
I had them right next to each other on my list, so they're both excellent players, different styles. He's a smooth mover. Kind of remind me a little bit of Mark Andrews, but quite honestly, you could put Sam Laporta on that list, who Ben Johnson had coached. A real sudden mover. He creates separation down the field with his routes. You'll see these skills again. Just look at these easy windows that he creates for the quarterback by his ability to just pull away. And once he gets the ball, he can transition quickly up the field and has tremendous speed. CD, this
the NFL draft is a joke.
Right in and make an impact for a team. Ben Johnson, they did a lot of 12 personnel. In Detroit, they're going to do a lot of 12 personnel. In Chicago, 2 tight ends will be on the field.
No doubt about it. Ben Johnson calling card. Time now for player comparison presented by Homes.com. We've done your homework. And I mentioned it in our pregame show. This is my favorite player in the draft. I love Colston Loveland. Everything about him. I copped him to Tyler Eifert. Before injuries, Eifert 2015, 13 touchdown catches.
Who's next? The 49ers?
Unstoppable in the red zone. You notice the ability
to
beat people one-on-one.
49ers will go probably edge linebacker. So I'll see shoot. What's going on? Jalen Walker.
Look at him go up and catch the football there. Watch him get inside into suddenness and break it away, Joel Klatt. You got to see a lot of his games. Just think if he had consistent quarterbacking play this last year at Michigan, he would have been dynamite.
He produced with substandard, not even like average.
56 catches this year, the most he had in his 4 games.
He is a great player. He's unassuming. He works hard. He's terrific in the locker room. And one of the things I love about Colston Loveland is he can create his own space. That's not always the case for tight ends. He runs very clean routes, and then you can put him anywhere on the field. You want to line him up, singled up on the outside? Great. He can win one-on-one. You want to line him up in 12 personnel as a double tight end and have him block back on power? Great. He played for Jim Harbaugh. He can do that. So he's a versatile guy that's going to help this offense do exactly what they were able to do for Ben Johnson at Detroit.
Caleb Williams has got some easy completions.
So kudos to the Packers fans again, booing the Bears, then being quite respectful when we were remembering Steve McMichael and Walter Payton.
And then 1 second later, as soon as it's over,
and guess what? The boos will continue. Because next it's the 49ers and then the Dallas Cowboys, who the Packers fans don't really like very much either. The Dolphins and Colts right behind them. Here from Green Bay.
Baby hits 88 miles per hour. They gotta see some serious.
Guess who's back? Check me out.
The best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
Still with these things, still doing my thing. Since I left, ain't too much change. And even when I was close to defeat, I rose to my feet. The same from the mansions on the crossroad of my school. Let me colors in the numbers. Still taking my time to the left and I'm still down south.
You might know Harbor Freight for affordability. What you might not know is performance and durability.
Oh my God, we are back in black and vanilla, bro.
And then we test again. World-class engineering and rigorous testing to ensure our tools perform at the highest level and stand the test of time without testing your wallet. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
If you keep making that face, it's going to stay like that. I'm trying to get my own car insurance. USAA. Grandpa was in the military. He shared membership with your mom so she could share with you. Easy.
USAA. Check if you're eligible today.
We all move forward. Toyota. Let's go places.
This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works. This stuff kills weeds down to the root without killing your lawn. This stuff works on dandelions, crabgrass, clover. This stuff works for up to 3 months. This stuff works guaranteed or your money back. This stuff works on big lawns, small lawns, and I guess you can call that a lawns. This stuff works without killing your lawn. This stuff works without killing your weekend. This stuff works for the rookies and the seasoned pros. This stuff works in Knoxville, Bronxville, Rockville, Marysville. This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works.
The 2025 NFL schedule will be released soon.
Electric.
Quarterbacks define this rivalry. A Super Bowl rematch for the ages.
So what? Welcome back. As we take a look at the green room built by Lowe's, the Niners pick is in. The Cowboys have 4 minutes left, and I'm going to be honest with you, you can't think the Niners are going to take Tyler Warren, obviously, with the great George Kittle sitting there getting ready to get paid. There's Matthew Golden in that green room right now. The Cowboys could have Tyler Warren drop them at 12 if they so choose. Same thing with Golden because he's sitting in the green room and the Niners are clapping for, one would think, another player. There is the general manager, John Lynch, with Jed York behind him, celebrating the latest San Francisco 49er, 11th overall. Daniel, your thoughts?
Well, this is an important draft for them. I mean, you look at all the losses they had over the offseason. They need to nail this draft.
For the moment, let's send things to the stage.
Please direct your attention to the main stage video screens for a special message from United States service members stationed at Yokota Air Base in Japan.
Hello from the United States Forces Japan. I'm Sergeant Mitchell Johnson. I'm here with service members from the United States Army, Marine Corps, and Navy. We're proud to announce that this year we are celebrating our 250th anniversary.
Michael Williams, defensive end, Georgia.
Wow. For another pass rusher.
Nick Bosa gets a running mate on the
Okay.
opposite side there. Leonard Floyd's gone. He departed in free agency. They also lost Hargrave, the defensive tackle. So they needed to invest, I thought, either in the offensive line or the defensive line. And in Michael Williams, they get someone who, if he'd been healthy through the entire year and through the process, I don't know that he would have even got to them here with the 11th overall pick. He got a little nicked up and hurt in that opening game against Clemson and wasn't quite right, although you saw the flashes as the year went along. Big-time upside. I mean, he is going to be the first one off the bus, and that's saying something when you've got Nick Bosa on your team. He is a big-time, great-looking dude. He's got Texas saw the flashes. Yes, they did. There was those flashes. They just weren't consistent. I think was health related. But he's very long. He's got long arms, and he uses that length. Here he is as a rusher. You see that long inside arm, able to get through and get to the quarterback. I like the idea of widening him out more. He had a lot of tight alignments in that Georgia defense. San Francisco, with their scheme, they will loosen him up. They'll let him rush a little bit from a wide line, and he'll have a runway where all that explosive power will show really well.
You know, he was versatile for Kirby Smart, but again, I think that worked against him because he was better when he was wide in that wide nine. That ankle injury definitely slowed him down. But if you talk to the people around Georgia, they will say he was a great locker room guy. And you know that John Lynch loves those type of guys. And listen, can you go wrong with Georgia defenders in the recent vintage? I just don't think you can go wrong.
And
Yeah.
you see, having lost Greenlaw.
Good Lord.
To
See,
the Broncos.
6'5", 260?
Sheesh. A piece up front, an edge rusher for Robert Saleh, who's the defensive coordinator again. So the Dallas Cowboys, thought we've heard this before. Jerry Jones took his time. They were the first team to take it under a minute tonight in the first round, and they're celebrating and high-fiving. Listen, I think the Cowboys would have been ecstatic if you told them coming into the draft, Matthew Golden, Tyler Warren, and Jalen Walker would all be on the board for them to choose, and they might be going somewhere else than all of those three as well. So we'll find out who the Cowboys are celebrating. The new head coach, Ryan Schottenheimer, just had the phone handed to him at the Star. So we'll find out who the newest Dallas Cowboy is, and here come the Packers fans to greet him.
With the 12th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Tyler Booker, guard, Alabama.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised that the Cowboys been guard here, because what's it called? Zach Martin's retired, so they need his replacement. So I'm not surprised here. Good Lord, 6'4", 321. Jeez.
What does he do in the offensive line meeting when he says, hey, Tyler, and Tyler Guyton, Tyler Booker, and Tyler Smith? Oh, yeah, you're going to have to be more specific than that. 3 Tylers on that offensive line. But he was described to me by the guys at Alabama as the Will Smith, or the Will Anderson offense. Just a Zach Martin goes up. He goes with the high jump, the size. Big. What would you tell me to ask about Tyler Booker? He said on the airplane after he gets picked, and they were to game tomorrow. The playbook. He has the entire playbook memorized the next day.
What he does, he's a great player, as well as a business player. Got question whether he still wants to play football by the end of it. And the way he hits on people and does things. And
that's crazy.
Tyler's on this offensive line. I'm going to tell you guys, this feels like a back to the future approach for Dallas. To get back to that time when they drafted Ezekiel Elliott number 4, Zach Martin moved in at guard, and they went away and just beat people up running the football. There's a big running back draft. There's time later in this draft to go get a runner for Dallas.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to be a
I put bet in for the Cowboys to draft Cam Scatterboot, the guy from Arizona State. So I get up to him getting like a run back like that.
Ironically, with the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, everything they usually say, when you talk to people around that program, they will say that if you go
Who the Dolphins gonna pick here? Dolphins might go corner because Jalen Ramsey's out, or they will go corner or safety, I think. So.
We saw the bear hug for your college quarterback in Jalen Milroe and the bear hug for the commissioner. How are you feeling right now?
So somebody like a Will Johnson or Jade Barron sounds pretty nice here for Dolphins.
You did not allow a sack on your quarterback this last season. Did Dak Prescott just become your new best friend?
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get on the phone with Dak. Getting the protection means make sure he goes clean every single game. I'm just so excited to be a Cowboy.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Look at that 1,000,000-watt smile coming to the Metroplex. So there's the Tylers. Oh, and then don't forget that. Jack's the only guy who doesn't start with the letter T.
Don't forget there is a Tyler, Texas.
There is a Tyler, Texas. And a lot of Tylers on that offensive line. Here's Tyler Booker.
Yeah, this is, again, the run game. He is able to create movement. He is a big, strong, powerful man. A lot of these long runs you saw from Alabama, from Jalen Milroe, were with him clearing the way. And then when you think about him as a helper, he's always looking for work. He's always looking to finish guys. I love his temperament. And you can't get through him. Dak's going to like the fact he's going to have a deep pocket because of how firm his anchor is.
4.5 minutes to go on the clock for the Miami Dolphins. Tyler Booker's lifting everybody up.
Yeah. Well, I think the Dolphins probably go secondary. I'm assuming. Like I said, one of either Will Johnson or Jade Barron. I'm surprised Jalen Walker hasn't got drafted yet, though. Him and Tyler Warren. Honestly, Tyler Warren could go to the Colts here, 14. Or he could go to the Dolphins here at 13.
Choose exactly what you want. Pay only for what you need. When you're in control of your mobile plan, you can make every dollar count. Right now, get our best price as low as $25 a line, guaranteed for 3 years. My Biz plan, only from Verizon Business.
Right now, spring deals are under $20 at the Home Depot. So no matter what you're working on, you can save big on all your spring projects. Now through May 7th, shop spring deals under $20 at the Home Depot.
Homes.com, it's the best.
Cannot legally say Homes.com is the best.
Well, how can we not say it? It's not something new. Homes.com is the best.com.
Guacamole? Is this for real?
It is for real, yes. Nothing is frozen. Everything is made fresh every day. If you see an open kitchen, you gotta trust the food. It's as real as it gets.
What you see is what you get.
Exactly.
Pete Courtyard's official fan ambassador has opened a new world for me. Now we get to hang out with NFL fans all season long. See you on game day.
Check out the new whip.
Tight.
Fully custom. Put a Bud Lights can fit there, buddy. As many Bud Lights as it takes.
A lot of Bud Lights. We'll give you one of those. Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're also one of America's largest financial services companies. Like he's so much more than Saquon Marketing.
I'm also the State Home Party.
Oh, man. Struck my uniform. Ruined it.
Oh, man. Stress out.
I'll never remember all this.
Relax, bro. When things get intense,
Hmm.
you get insights. What a nice cleansing surprise.
For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side. Every year, Rich Eisen runs the 40 to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Visit stjude.org/runrichrun to donate. Then tune in to the 2025 NFL Draft on NFL Network to see Rich run.
It was a hard football journey. Being a zero-star recruit, they taught me to put my head down and just keep working. Draft night is going to mean the world to me.
Keep up with every pick on NFL.com with the Draft Tracker presented by Lexus. The Dolphins pick is in. The Colts are 2.5 minutes. Their time on the clock for the 14th overall pick. Atlanta is next.
I don't know. Dolphins might go corner though, or secondary.
Two of the top 6 picks on your board are sitting there. So is the top corner, not named Travis Hunter and Johnny Barron. There's Dion chatting it up with Shador Sanders in Texas right now, waiting to get that phone ringing right now.
Yep.
As, again, unless somebody trades in right now, the next team that's on the clock with a glaring need at quarterback is the Pittsburgh Steelers. 21st overall. What do you think the Dolphins are going to do here, Daniel?
Well, we look at the needs. You're looking at defensive tackle, offensive tackle, safety. You've got your pick of the safeties. You've got some good DTs. The OTs have been wiped out. So those guys are gone. I don't think there's an offensive tackle really worth this pick.
All right, here comes the commissioner with the Dolphins selection. 13th overall, Colts right behind them on the clock.
With the 13th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
Mm.
the Miami Dolphins select Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle, Michigan.
Fellas, I gotta jump in because I've been hearing about this kid since he was a true freshman. Going up there and meeting with the
Good Lord, 6'3", 331.
I would sit down all the way back to Mike McDonald and then Jesse Minter, Wayne Martindale, all the coordinators that have been on that side of the ball. The first thing that defense, and it's the Baltimore defense, wants to do is build the run wall. And guess what? Who they talk about? They wouldn't talk about Mason Grant. They would talk about Kenneth Grant as being the guy that could be the best in the future. And one of the reasons is this play that you're looking at right there. He chased down Nick Singleton. He's got this rare motor for a guy that's 330 pounds, and he doesn't even understand how good he is yet. I think his best football is ahead of him. He's a block disruptor. He's a great blocker.
Damn, okay.
And DJ, I think he could be one of the premier defensive tackles in the National Football League in the coming years.
And certainly Christian Wilkins walked to Vegas. This fills a need, would you say?
I'll tell you what, this is going to be fun, Rich. I mean, when you watch him and you think about Anthony Weaver as a defensive coordinator who played for the Baltimore Ravens with Haloti Ngata, he's got his Haloti Ngata, and that's one of the guys we would talk about him being similar to. Just a very athletic big guy. It's hard to find guys that weigh this much and that big that can run, as you see him hawk down the Penn State running back. As a rusher, there's not a lot of imagination. Just buckle up. He's going right through your chest. And when you have those edge rushers that they need to keep healthy in Miami, he's going to take away the escape hatch. He's going to be able to press the pocket and allow those guys time to win on the edges.
And Rich is right. It obviously fills a need. But who's got the best offensive line in the AFC East, maybe in the AFC? Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
So if you're going to want to go toe-to-toe and chest-to-chest and battle, you got some people in there. As you mentioned, Rich Wilkins no longer there. Kenneth Grant, go in there and plant your feet and start battling those big guys from upstate New York.
And after leaving the campus at Michigan, he should recognize the name on his paycheck. Since Stephen Ross's name is all over campus.
We have the same name?
Same guy. Same guy.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know the Rosses at Michigan?
Maybe not.
Do you happen to imagine him walking in and saying that to him?
He's probably heard the name before. So the Indianapolis Colts, as you can see, have made a selection. The Falcons are a minute and change going in. And listen, we were putting Colston Loveland's name in a lot of mock drafts here.
We thought Tyler Warren was gone.
Tyler Warren's sitting there.
This feels almost like need, person, fit, go. This one feels like
he's the best player.
He's a terrific player, and Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones, they need this pass-catching tight end.
I believe it was the 18 line. I love it when a plan comes together. This is neat.
Was that animal or was that face?
Yo, this is crazy. Tyler Warren, maybe, for the Colts?
NFL draft. The Indianapolis Colts select Tyler Warren.
Yep.
Tight end, Penn State.
Yep.
He wears Dallas.
Well, Dallas trying to let him wear the number?
Yeah, I know, right? Here comes Tyler Warren to Indianapolis, sir.
This is a fun player to watch. If you watch college football, and Joel, you're going to jump in here pretty early because
let's go.
I mean, he was the offense. You put him back in the Wildcat. Here's snapping the ball and going out down the field against USC on a trick play. Watch the catch as he goes up and that's
illegal in the Turkey Bowl, guys. You can't do that in the Turkey Bowl.
Unbelievable. How about the one-handed catch on an underthrown ball and then absorb the contact? Here he is, again, watching with the ball in his hands. He can run over you. He can jump over the top of you. The quarterbacks are going to love him. And I'll tell you who else is going to love him in the running backs. With what he does in the run game, he can latch you and drive. The reason he wears that 44 is because his dad told him about a guy named John Riggins. Yep. And this is how you're going to play the game, Joel. And that is the way he does it.
100%. And here's what I loved about him is that, well, not to disparage their wide receiver corps, but their wide receiver corps was non-existent. And so the focal point of the pass defense was always on Warren, which means that they needed to be creative. And they were able to do that. And they snapped it to him, handed it to him, pitched it to him, screened it to him, sent him down the seam. In every different way you could possibly get the ball to 44, they were getting the ball to 44. And yet he was always natural and comfortable.
Shout to Tyler Warren.
That's why he reminds me a little bit of Travis Kelce, because he's just comfortable no matter what on the football field.
And Travis Kelce was a high school quarterback as well.
Look at those kids at the Tyler Warren draft party. And speaking of kids, this is him in the Little League World Series.
I'm going to need a birth certificate.
Well, his birth certificate was laminated by his parents because everyone asked.
He was the Danny Almonte of this team. I'm going to go more. He looks more like Andy Reid in the punt passing back in the day.
You guys know darn well when he showed up, his parents just pulled out a laminated, but we know you're going to ask. Here it is.
It's official. Kurt Warner, take it away.
Yeah, I know we always want to label these guys. Talk about Travis Hunter. Is he a DB? Is he a wide receiver? Some of these guys are just what we call football players, and that's what I look at when I watch Tyler Warren play. He is just a football player. He's smooth. Whatever you ask him to do, he's got the ability to do that. A big guy, but with soft hands, his ability to run after the catch. I think this is a home run for the Indianapolis Colts.
So we go to break. A lot of Big Ten players here in Wisconsin that we've seen tonight. So I wonder what some of these guys have in common. Or even the first 13 picks from one school. I don't know. Maybe we can connect the dots during the break.
This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works. This stuff kills weeds down to the root without killing your lawn. This stuff works on dandelions, crabgrass, clover. This stuff works for up to 3 months. This stuff works guaranteed or your money back. This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works.
The future is here. We've been creating it for more than 100 years, putting the most advanced technology into people's hands, generation after generation, tool after tool, again and again, bringing you the most reliable network of authorized sales and service dealers, always moving forward. We lead, others follow.
Congratulations. Here are the keys.
Congratulations. Here's the water heater that somehow passed inspection, but will definitely flood your basement.
Congratulations. Here's your first year supply of nitrogen fertilizer. Remember, not too little or too much or you'll kill your lawn.
Okay. Congratulations. Here's Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. You're good. You can quickly compare insurance options and find the right coverage, even if it's not with us. What's the bad news? Now skip the line.
Lowe's knows spring is a chance to prove you got this whole adult thing down. With the right advice and same-day delivery, you'll have your home feeling all grown up. Lowe's knows how to help you spring.
Yo, what is it?
Woo! I've been live for 2 hours, yo. This is crazy. I'm live in color, man.
You are very talented chefs. It's perfect. Your issue is your personalities. If you can't keep your cool,
Get out of our kitchen. Monday on NBC and Peacock.
behind every bite of a classic McDonald's burger is a 100% pure beef patty and no artificial preservatives or flavors. Made just the way you love. Resolve. Your pet knows that the mess is really gone. If not, they may remark the spot. Resolve gets rid of pet messes better than the leading competitor, destroying stains, neutralizing odors, and preventing remarking. Love the love, resolve the mess.
All right, peeking in on the green room built by Lowe's. There it is. Beautifully done here.
Where the Falcons gonna take care?
96 left to go.
Falcons might go interior. I ain't gonna lie here. They could go linebacker.
That is looking nice.
So they could go maybe like a Walter Nolan. They could go maybe a Jalen Walker here. Something like that.
Arthur Blank, Terry Fonto, and the rest of the group there, Raheem Morris. How many times have we said Atlanta needs a pass rusher, right? I mean, it's
John Abraham.
Right, pretty much.
Big Beasley.
Look at that right on the screen there. The numbers support it.
You got 1 year out of Big Beasley.
Look who's sitting there, the number 5 guy on your draft board, sitting there from in-state. Is this screen Jalen Walker, or does he see?
No, yeah, like
Send the plane. Just send the car.
just call it the Falcons gotta go edge rusher here. Pass rusher. They gotta go like Jalen Walker. They gotta go something like that. Maybe like a like Derek Harmon, Walter Nolan. Jace Pierce might be a little too high for him here, but maybe like Jock. I don't know, like they gotta go defense. What's called? Honestly, I just should never go to the Saints at 9, but I guess the Steelers probably go Shador, I guess. At what was that, 21? Yeah.
And now Kirk is the backup, and the rest of the guys we're still waiting on a breakout Kyle Pitts season. It looks like they're going to go deep.
Yeah. I don't like with Shador, like it been so much like bad like PR out for him, so I'm not sure like they're like Steelers doing that so they could drop, or I don't know what it is, bro. That's just crazy.
We just did it with Tyler Warren, meeting the needs with Indianapolis. Can we do it again with that need being met for Atlanta? It's right there. Here's the opportunity.
Exactly. The two best players available fit the specific need of those teams.
Let's see who the Falcons pick here.
Right? It's right there. If that's who you have rated, this is a chance to go get them.
Pick is in, coach to
That's crazy.
Conversation happening right now. Terry Fonto hugging it out. Hugs all around. Arizona is.
Oh yeah, bro. Checking on that Cavassier, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's risky. For the draft, for the draft only.
Another quarterback selected since first overall. Daniel, looks like you want to say something.
I'm just looking at this with Jalen Walker. Not only the best available, it fits a need that they have. But I think back to Houston. Now Houston did it in one draft. They got C.J. Stroud. They got Will Anderson. They got great players at positions of need, and they were leaders of each side of the ball. This, to me, you get Penix last year. If you come back with Walker this year, let these young guys lead offense.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, you're right.
Those guys were named captains right out of the gate. It makes sense. Like I go back to last year, and it doesn't make any sense.
Gotta move on. Here's the latest Falcons first rounder.
With the 15th pick in the 20.
All right, come on. Who Falcons gonna pick here?
The Atlanta Falcons select Jalen Walker.
Yo,
Georgia.
Jalen Walker falling to 15 is a steal for the Falcons. A steal for the Falcons. That's crazy.
He could drift a little bit, and he fell right to the Atlanta Falcons. What a dream scenario we've seen with these last two picks. Tyler Warren to the Colts.
Arizona got to go defense. The Cardinals got to go defense here, I'm assuming.
This is someone who reminds me a little of Dante Hightower. Remember, he can play off the ball. He can play on the ball. He was disruptive no matter where Kirby Smart decided to line him up. For a guy who's only 6'1", he plays so much bigger than that. He can set the edge against those big 6'5", 300-pound tackles. You want to rush him off the edge, he can win. He's got legit, when he's healthy, 4.4 speed coming off the edge. He can close in a big, big way. You see him, you want to spy him against Arch Manning, who can really run, he sucks him up like a Hooper vacuum. So a big-time fit, big-time player.
And another front seven player from Georgia drafted in the first round, and our longtime friend Mike Mayox used to sit on this set with us over the last several weeks, coming on my show once a week.
Shit crazy.
He said he had a higher rate on
By the way, shoot, almost got 2 hours live, but you know, we're what halfway through the draft right now. Cardinals up next at 16.
And we have another guy who's still on the board, Jihad Campbell out of Alabama. It's very similar to what we're talking about with Jalen Walker. They're off-the-ball linebackers who can move to the edge and rush, a la Dante Hightower, who changed the fortunes of the Super Bowl with a rush and knocked it free from Matt Ryan and started that comeback for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, London on the track.
But it doesn't matter. This is a guy that's on the reverse side of it, and maybe he can do it for them.
No, you don't do buzzkill types.
No, you went there. I'm just saying this is a positive for them.
Oh, man.
For the Falcons, no more worried about Nick Beasley. No more worried about John Abraham. Jalen Walker comes in, and maybe he's their new guy.
Okay. There's a member of the Boul Brotherhood. We welcome Monty Ossenfort to the scene. He's on the phone right there. There was Jonathan Gang and the rest of the brass there in Arizona looking in. So the pick's technically not yet in, but it looks like they were delivering it right there for the Arizona Cardinals.
They did a nice job in free agency on the defensive side, in particular up front. I'm looking at that. I think they need offensive lines, but I don't love my offensive line selections right now. I think wide receiver is interesting, and you know you've got Golden sitting there, you've got Abuka, and I think teams are again there's not a consensus about who's better than the other.
I feel somebody's gonna drop to the Eagles at 32. I have a big feeling that somebody's gonna drop to the Eagles at 32.
Right, this is something that he does. You can put him in those condensed sets, and he will go down there and dig out safeties and really make nice plays.
And Golden can fly. Yeah, he's got that sub 4.3.
Remember Isaiah Bond said he was going to run a certain speed, and then Golden's.
Look at that scene here in Green Bay.
Yes, sir.
120,000 here.
I'll see like if I'm the Cardinals, I'm gonna either Golden, a wide receiver. I'm probably gonna go maybe like a defensive back. Might go like a Jahad Barron. Or wait, no, sorry, Jahdae Barron. Are they Barron? Yeah, that's what I said. Go something like that. But yeah, like Golden hair with Marvin Harrison Jr. I think that'd be a good pick. You already got James Conner. You got Trayvon Bride, tight end. You got Marvin Harrison Jr. You can add like a number 2 to that guy. That'd be a good offense. Add some speed to that to the offense. Cincinnati gotta go defense. The Eagles gotta go defense at 17. They gotta go probably secondary in my opinion. Because the Bengals couldn't cover nobody, bro. They made Joe Burrow had scored like 40 points a game to win. Crazy.
And this is kind of what we started hearing as the draft became closer and closer, is that not only is it going to fall to 21 in Pittsburgh, but there's no backstop after 21. And so unless someone moves back in, New York moves back in, or Cleveland to move back in.
Don't forget, Cleveland just got another second-round selection. Now you have 2 of the first 4 picks tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think the Browns definitely going to trade back in the first round and get a quarterback because, like I said, like they definitely do have 2 second-round picks for tomorrow. So the Browns definitely probably will trade back in and get like Shedeur, I mean, like Jackson Dart, somebody that's like for QB. I can never see that for sure.
With the 16th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
Or who Cardinals gonna get?
the Arizona Cardinals select Walter Nolan. Defensive
Wow. Okay. So Cardinals went D tackle. Okay. Honestly, Seattle might go wide receiver here. I mean, they trade DK. They got rid of Lockett. They could go wide receiver at number 18. Cincinnati gotta go secondary. They gotta go like corner or safety. They gotta go like Will Johnson, Jade Barron, somebody like that. They gotta go like second, at least somewhere in like defense, at least. Because Bagel defense is terrible.
At the Reese's Senior Bowl as well. Again, someone who likes to
terrible
and play up the field. That is his 100% go-to, is to get on an edge and get up the field.
And Walter Nolan can learn beside the Walter Payton Man of the Year and Calais Campbell, who's back in Arizona. Bengals are next on the clock here in Green Bay with the Seahawks right behind them.
You might know Harbor Freight for affordability. What you might not know is performance and durability go right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. World-class engineering and rigorous testing to ensure our tools perform at the highest level and stand the test of time without testing your wallet. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do it for less than Harbor Freight.
No, that shit's crazy. Hold on.
Quarterbacks, they define the quadrante. They've only gotten better. Unbelievable.
A Super Bowl rematch for the ages.
Welcome back.
It's our turn.
Squarespace, like,
You can't spell apartments without need.
At Grand Canyon University, we believe in equal opportunity, and the American dream starts with purpose. By honoring your sacred vocation of business, you impact your family, your friends, and your community. GCU's MBA degree program is 100% online and can help you achieve your unique personal and professional goals to use business as a force for good. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
At Firestone Complete Auto Care, we don't settle for good enough, especially when it's about saving you money, which is why we give you great deals on our tires by price matching any competitor, because that's what you deserve. Call us to book your appointment today.
Oh boy, the Verizon Small Business Days are here now through Sunday. There's a big Sweet Caroline sing-along going here. Is it the seventh inning stretch in Fenway?
That's a trap tradition now, as much as it is a friendly. I'm trying to figure out
Ooh, boy.
whose song is it now, though?
Almost 10 o'clock. Sheesh.
It's America's song.
Okay.
Or in fact, it's international. I don't know. I mean, we've heard it overseas. Country roads is international. That's true. All right. You just got to do it. Ian, CD, you take it away.
Which the Bengals pick is in at 17, which brings we'll see what they do, but which brings us to number 18, Seattle. My understanding is the Seahawks are interested in getting out of this pick, certainly open to trading back. The Steelers, who visited Shedeur Sanders, a very positive visit. They are right there. So this could be the window. If you have some teams, maybe the Giants, maybe a quarterback needing team, we don't know, maybe the Rams, trades up over the Steelers to try to get Shedeur Sanders. Something to watch for over the next couple of minutes.
Well, this tracks also with your mock draft, DJ. Last night, your call was that the Giants would trade back into 18 with Seattle as a trade partner for Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I was going to say the only caveat was it wasn't for Shedeur, it was for Jackson Dart. So who knows which quarterback they prefer. But I knew Seattle, John Schneider, he loves those day 2 picks. And with a lot of their needs, they marry up well on day 2. So he already has 2 2s and 2 3s. He could add to that stockpile if you wanted to go all the way out for a team like the Giants coming up. I just thought that could make a lot of sense for both parties.
I think that there's a lot of starters on day 2 as well. There's starters in this draft.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, like the draft is definitely deep for like against good players.
And the reason why Seattle has a second round pick is because that's what the Steelers coughed up with DK Metcalf. And that's just, again, on our radar screen with Seattle now on the clock. The Steelers at 21st overall. Tampa's up after Seattle. But here's the 17th.
I don't know who Tampa's going to get.
The first round here in Green Bay. I guess we're waiting for Sweet Carolina finally Peter out. Out of respect to Neil Diamond and the karaoke that's broken out here. Now, we can get the house credit.
17th pick in the 2020.
Or who the Bengals going to get here? Who the Bengals going to get?
Bengals select Jamar Stewart, defensive end.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, not a surprise to see him go defense here.
Yeah.
Last year, not good.
I did the Bengals secondary, but they went edge.
25th in sacks. You think about Al Golden coming in to try and fix this defense. They had 5 games last year, CD, where they scored over 30 points and lost. The offense is in great shape. They took care of re-signing those guys. We'll see what happens with Trey Hendrickson, but you got a little insurance here or a playing partner here with Jamar Stewart off the edge. Rashawn Gary is the comparison. This is a classic traits disruption versus production because he has got elite height, weight, speed, and he is very disruptive. You see him on the backside here with his ability to really close. He can convert that speed to power. You see that? Just the sacks, they didn't come 4.5 career sacks over these 3 years. But the thing I love about him, those traits first of all, but then the effort, man, he plays with unrelenting energy and effort, and someone who is very beloved in that program. They love this kid.
I think he got up to about 280 last year playing. I liked him better in the 265 range, and he did that during the draft run-up process. And let's face it, with Cincinnati, with Burrow and that offense, you don't have to be a top 10 defense to make noise. You just need to be average again. And by the way, that's when they were going to the conference title game, going to the Super Bowl. They were a dominant defense. They were good. And if they can get back to that, Jamar Stewart can help them. Joe Burrow would take them the rest of the way.
Listen, I'll defend some of these guys that don't have college production on the defense
First name ever, first name greatest. I sprain ankle, boy. You know to play with. Damn.
It's a different style of game than the pocket passing game in the National Football League. That's why you see right now throughout the league guys that didn't have a lot of college production not only get selected high, but then produce in the NFL.
Elway is a great example of that.
Vino. How to ball. Emo. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Okay. I was like, jeez. I did what I want.
Jamar Stewart is the 3rd Texas A&M defender to be drafted in the first round this century. The other 2 are named Von Miller and Myles Garrett.
Ironically, the guy picked right before Walter Nolan was his teammate before he transferred from Texas A&M to Ole Miss.
Oh, there you go. So he's going to Cincinnati, which, as you pointed out, Man, all that defensive stop here, defensive stop there.
Oh shit!
And then who knows?
I can do it
The
tomorrow.
one team, anybody who already made the playoffs in the NFC
Did not want to deal with. That's what we're saying. They don't have to make a leap into the top 10. They just need to get themselves back to average. If you get back to average, that's 3-4 more wins last year.
This is their first pick on the defensive side of the ball. I can promise you it will not be the last. So they have a lot more work to do on that side. And Al Golden, who spent time at the professional level as well as in college, developing these young guys is going to be a key part of their success.
Well, Tampa's on the clock. Seattle.
Man, 2 hours over 15 minutes, bro. Oh my god.
Their pick is in. We're going to get their pick in short order. And it looks like Jamie Erdahl is ready. Jamie, take it away.
Shamar, you are laser focused in this moment. Is this the kind of intensity you're bringing to a Bengals defense?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely for sure. Some people done messed up.
Really?
I'm coming.
What's making you upset about the moment that you have right now?
Nothing. I'm happy. I'm excited. Just don't come.
Now with Lamar Jackson, how's that going to feel when you can chase down a quarterback like that?
Hey, man, it's an honor, man. You know, South Florida, British South Florida, he's one of the best. Why would I not want to say one of the best?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, that. You know, again, on my show, we say something higher register.
Yeah.
Come on, Tyler Allen. I mean, Tyler Anderson.
That was at least an octave.
Yeah.
Hey, and how about real quick? The commissioner last year played hurt. You remember?
Yeah, right.
Had a bad back coming in. Looks like the rehab is kicked in. The commission's handling everything coming at him this year. Like he is standing.
Seattle might go wide receiver here. I'm not be surprised if they go like Matthew Golden here. Let's say like they traded DK. Lock is gone.
And here is the commissioner coming right back.
Look at it.
With the
Look how it's
Seahawks
right this year.
selection.
With the 18th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Ray Zabel, guard.
Wow, Seattle and guard.
There's your guy.
Okay.
He's my favorite player in the draft, and there's some reasons why on the screen. 5-position flex. He's played tackle. He proved at the Senior Bowl where he dominated that he could kick inside and play guard or center. Graham Barton, think about how quickly he transitioned when he got to the next level with the Tampa Bay Bucks and how well he played. Here he is at left tackle. You can see his movement and his commitment to
North Dakota State? Oh, man. Okay, FCS.
When you watch him, here he is at the Senior Bowl where he was dominant against all comers. I've never seen somebody take more reps than he took at this year's Senior Bowl. And when asked about it, he said they kept asking, kept trying him. So they asked him, he gave it to them, and they all had trouble. Those defensive linemen trying to get through him. He was fantastic at the combine. A 36.5-inch vertical, which was best among all the offensive linemen.
Really? Wow.
Right now. They just got
Damn, let's call it a 36.5-inch vertical as a guard. That's crazy.
They keep crossing. Luke is healthy. Short the interior.
Buccaneers. Oh, I don't know who the Buccaneers are going to draft. I have no clue. Buccaneers might go linebacker maybe. They could go Jahad Campbell maybe. Jahad Campbell could be out here. Yeah, I don't know.
I really like it when both get what we want.
Somebody's gonna fall to the Eagles at 32, I think. Cause like you still got guys like Jahad. Okay, I can say Jahdae Barron. You got James Pierce Jr. still on the board. You got Mike Green. Nick, the guy from safety from South Carolina could be Eagle. I mean, you still got Shador, you still got Jackson Dart, Mecca Ibuka from the university. Maureen had to go somebody go to a nice team too. Hampton, he might go to I don't know. Chargers maybe? Broncos? He might go Broncos at 20. Amari and Hampton might go 20 to the Broncos. I mean, because Broncos are. They got a good tight end. They like a decent tight end. I'm pretty sure. They could go maybe a wide receiver, perhaps. Maybe they could go Golden. But yeah, I'm like, I had to go 20 to the Broncos.
Pete Courtyard's official fan ambassador has opened a new world.
Yeah, had to go 29 to the Commanders too. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think so, but Shador. It was. I must say those guys. Still gotta go QB. They gotta go. I mean, they got Shador. They got Dart on the board. Still, like still. Yeah, they gotta go somewhere here. I'm pretty sure. Oh, at QB.
With a Sapphire Reserve card, you have access to all of it. Whether you're eating the world's finest Indian sheep or 5 courses of street food, you really can find anything in a city lacks home. Experience the world like an insider with Chase Sapphire Reserve. Make more of what's yours.
This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works. This stuff kills weeds down to the root without killing your lawn. This stuff works on dandelions, crabgrass, clover. This stuff works for up to 3 months. This stuff works guaranteed like that. This is Roundup for lawns. This stuff works.
Remember last time? Jess's version of vacuum light. I'm gonna call her right now. We should call her. Hey Jess, we're downstairs. We're back on. Of course.
Yeah!
Wait, no. Hi. Sorry about that.
Yo, Mike Parsons is a funny man, bro.
Football humanity in Titletown for the first ever draft town transformation for the home of the Green Bay Packers. Look at this scene, beautiful here tonight in the home of the Packers, and we're now a 19th overall pick. Tampa has made the selection. Denver is 2 minutes into their pick. They're all congratulating themselves and excited about who. We will find that out in a second. Then Denver has 7 and change left, and then there is the Pittsburgh Steelers at 21 overall. Shedeur Sanders is still chilling at his party, waiting to hear his name, waiting to get that phone call, and we're keeping an eye on all of that. There he is. As,
Gilly Durfee.
Soon be over for him and Pops. And his dad just tweeted out, Prime tweeting out, the rejected, Dion Jr., pardon me, the rejected will be respected. Hey, listen, one more time, as Shedeur is now about to, we assume, drop to at least the 20th overall pick in this draft, as Denver will not choose him, and it does look like he will be available for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 21, and then it will be, as they say, on and cracking in terms of that. Just ask Lamar Jackson how he's enjoying being the 32nd overall pick at the NFL draft a few years ago. Just Aaron Rodgers, how did he enjoy being the 24th overall pick eventually, as we all know?
Well, just think about the fact that Brock Purdy's getting ready to get over $50 million. It is not about when you go, it is about where you go. So to me and who's Coach Sanders' family, you're hoping that he lands in the right place, not at the right time.
The reigning MVP of the Super Bowl is a second-round selection.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
So these things happen.
It was the Jalen second-round pick. Well, Dak Prescott 4th-round pick.
Ideas in mind in terms of how.
I mean, honestly, shoot, like there's a lot of QBs that went like later on. I mean, shoot, well, Gino was 2nd-round pick. Yeah, Gino was 2nd-round pick. Yeah.
Here we go. Last pick of the teams.
With the 19th pick in the 2025 NFL draft,
Who Buccaneers gonna pick?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Emeka Egbuka.
Wow. Wide receiver? Really? Wow. Okay. I'm definitely surprised the Buccaneers went wide receiver here.
Yeah, Jason White's been there for a long time. His first pick as general manager in Tampa was Mike Evans. This is the next wide receiver that he's taken in the first round. It's been a minute. Big time tracking, big time
But
hands.
Emeka Ibuka he's a dog. He's good. He's damn good.
He has played around so many great players at Ohio State. He's not afraid to do the dirty work.
Yeah.
He's not selfish. You see him as
He's damn good.
Look at how physical and tough he is. I saw the Bucs live, as you I know did as well, CB. That's one of the more physical teams in the NFL. He's going to fit right in.
So see this lineage right here: Olave, Wilson, Smith and Jigba, Harrison Jr., Ibuka. You know why it was important for Ibuka to go back for his senior year? Yes, to go and maybe right the wrongs and potentially win a national championship, but it was also important to him to have the lineage down to Jeremiah Smith.
Broncos probably gonna go run back here. Amari Hampton got to be the guy here.
And that was important. You know why? The brotherhood. That's what they call their position room. And no one personifies the brotherhood better than Emeka Ibuka. He's a man of strong faith and strong character that runs clean routes, great hands, and he is a team leader. He's my favorite guy that I covered this year in college football. He will succeed. What Ohio State receiver has not succeeded? I mean, these bloodlines from this position, or Brian Hartline's the best position coach in college football. You see that lineage right there? He is going to go in and be successful at Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Brian Hartline, receiver, Larry Johnson, defensive line coach, some of the best out there. But here's the thing I look at with them. Chris Godwin coming back off of a big injury, right? Evans getting up there in his years. Here's Jalen McMillan who came in last year. And they were so high-powered on offense. Just because their coach went to Jacksonville, Liam Cohen, they don't want to get off the gas. Josh Grisard's a new offensive coordinator. They want to stay on it. And adding Ibuka allows them to do that. And he has Jackson Smith and Jigba. Deuce.
Congratulations to this Buckeye. He is going to Tampa. When we come back, 3.5 picks until the Denver Broncos have to make their selection. And then it is time for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Will they take Shedeur Sanders or who else?
The 2025 NFL Draft is brought to you by Lowe's. Score more with the Lowe's app. Download now. And presented by Verizon. The NFL, powered by Verizon 5G.
Lowe's knows spring brings new growing moments.
Hey, Kelvin.
Sometimes growing pains.
So it needs food? Full sun, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Plant these together.
Absolutely.
It's for you.
Grow your dream garden with My Lowe's Rewards. Lowe's knows how to help you spring.
Verizon Small Business Days are back. Our experts?
Looking in.
Closer than you think.
That's great.
Nice surprise, huh? Ready to help. Serving up deals, advice, wherever you are. Keeping on the job.
Hey, hi.
And making sure all your tech
Let's take a look.
is good to go. April 21st to 27th. Don't wait. Get started today.
Check out the new whip.
Tight.
Fully custom.
Bud Light's can fit that much.
As many Bud Lights as it takes.
A lot of Bud Lights. You want to get one of those?
The code is 9914 for the men's room.
Sorry, what?
I got a pretty nice bathroom in there, just in case you need it.
Progressive can protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect you from becoming what you buffer with us. The future is
Oh Lord, 10 o'clock already. Sheesh.
100 years. From the most advanced technology to the broadest, most reliable network of sales and service dealers, always moving forward. We lead, others follow.
What makes iconic? It's a feeling. It's a flavor. It's every moment. It's every detail. It's the excitement. It's the journey. But most importantly, it's the destination. Book your iconic stay at Caesar's Palace.
Turn the off-season on again with the NFL app. Your home for all things NFL. And subscribe to NFL Plus for more access for the picks, the plays, all in one place, all year long.
It's time to get this show started, Green Bay. You need us.
I lived in Italy. That was when I started building my passion for football.
It's a hard football journey. Being a zero-star crew who taught me to. Night would be legendary.
Welcome back to Green Bay. We're about to hear the Denver Broncos first round selection. Last year, they crushed it clearly with Bo Nix. Who will they get? 20th overall. Omari Hampton is out there. And we see back-to-back Ohio State players. Trevion Henderson, as we know, has been shooting up draft boards. If the Broncos do want to get a running back, we'll find out who Sean Payton and the rest of that crew just spoke to, because their pick is in. We are 40 seconds and change into the Steelers pick with the Chargers behind them, and then the hometown Packers. That should be quite a moment here in Green Bay. Ian Rappaport, what is happening in the Pittsburgh draft room that you can tell us?
Which all eyes are now on the Pittsburgh Steelers, with Shedeur Sanders still out there. We know he had a good visit. We know he is now available. We do not know if the Steelers are going to pick him. My understanding is, as of yesterday, they were going back and forth. Is the value worth it? Split in the room. We will see what decision they make.
Split in the room. Well, the
Really?
is about to get the 20th overall selection. The Steelers are 90 ticks in now into their clock time for the 21st overall pick.
Barker gotta go Hampton here, I'm pretty sure. Amari and Hampton.
They're waiting on Aaron Rodgers, but in the meantime, here comes the commissioner with a special guest to announce the Broncos selection.
April is World Wish Month, and the NFL is proud to support the life-changing wishes that Make-A-Wish grants.
Oh, they're ready to there. Damn. Nice.
One of those wishes will be coming true right now. Sam is a 17-year-old Broncos fan who has bravely battled cancer. His wish is to announce the first-round draft pick for his favorite team. Please join me in cheering on Sam as his wish comes true. Take it away, Sam.
Come on, Sam. Let's go, Sam.
All right. With the 20th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Jahdae Barron, DB, Texas.
Wow.
So the 10th player on your
Okay. Wow. They went DB. Okay. I didn't go maybe like running back here, but nope. Honestly, the Eagles might have somebody like pretty nice to just like fall to him at 32.
His ability to trust his eyes, see it, plant, and drive on the ball. Again, in the slot. He can cover tight ends, you can cover slot receivers, and then if you want to be a force player, which you have to be at that position in the NFL, this guy simply doesn't miss tackles. He is very tough and reliable. There he is against the Buka, who we saw just go off the board. They decided instead of offense, they were going to double down on a defense that is outstanding. And they added Ufunga in the offseason. They added Greenlaw. You've got Pat Surtain, the reigning defensive player of the year. Riley Moss played well for him last year. He was a big-time player, in my opinion, the best player in the draft. He's going to plug in as the nickel.
You know, that Texas secondary was not great 2 years ago when they faced Michael
Yo.
Penix in the national semifinal.
If Shedeur does go here at 21 to the Steelers, then yeah, he might fall out. He might fall either out of the first round, or he'll probably go like 31, 32 to either like the Giants or like Cleveland.
Anybody against Jeremiah Smith in Ohio State, and now with this defense, which was, I thought, a very good defense most of the season, they just got better with Jahdae Barron.
And DJ, you're alluding to him possibly going into the nickel, right? Riley Moss played well for him on the corner opposite Pat Surtain. If he goes into the nickel, Jaquan McMillan played well for them. This is where size matters. You're getting a much bigger, stronger, more physical guy, but he can blitz now too. He can blitz off the edge, and that's what you bring him into.
Remember how fast he ran and how much he was a 10-900 guy in high school. He can run.
Remember, it's Kansas City's running it back, they throw the football around, and the Los Angeles Chargers are going to run it. Jahdae Barron can handle both of them.
All right, Mike Tomlin's on the phone, gents, and with Shedeur Sanders on the other end of the line? I mean, that is basically the question of this draft. If Shedeur wasn't going to go third overall, the Giants were ninth overall to the Saints, then would he go to Pittsburgh? I don't know if this is a live shot or not, but it does look like Shedeur is waiting. This is moments ago, we're told. So if it doesn't happen here, the only question is when does it happen tonight, if at all? And if it's not Shedeur, who could it be? I know they were really high in defensive line.
Yeah, we're looking at defensive tackle. Kenneth Grant, if he would have been there, I think would have
He was the guy, but Derek Harmon's still sitting there, DJ, out of Oregon.
He's my highest rated defensive tackle that's still out there right now.
And you could see this again. The Bears in the top 20 that are still on the board there. But
let's not bury that. They need a quarterback. Yes, they do. I mean, we can go think about defense all we want. This organization needs a triggerman. They need a quarterback.
If they're not taking him here, does that say that they feel like they know they're getting Aaron Rodgers, or they have an absolute plan? Because
Aaron Rodgers like 440, bro. Like Aaron Rodgers gonna be like 41. Like Aaron Rodgers gonna be long, like around for a long time.
Now look, I'm just telling you guys, if you went back and read my Kenny Pickett report, his strengths and weaknesses lined up with Shedeur's strengths and weaknesses as a player. They took one ride on that roller coaster in this portion of the draft. I don't know that they're going to do that again.
What a monster moment this is in the 2025 draft. We're not understating it. The mystery is about to end.
With the 21st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Derek Harmon.
Wow.
Oregon.
And the reaction from the crowd.
So Shedeur is gonna fall, bro. Wow, dude.
Right there in the middle of their defensive line.
Had a chance to go see him live, and he's impressive. He's on the other side of the line of scrimmage constantly. You see his quickness. He was at Michigan State, transferred to Oregon. He identified Oregon as not only the school, but the scheme that he wanted to play in because they would let him get up the field and attack. And that's what he did for Oregon all year long. He was just a load to block, disruptive against the run as well as against the pass. And line of scrimmage, Pittsburgh Steelers, something feels kind of right about that.
The last time they chose a defensive lineman in the first round as a guy who will be welcoming in to the program, the guy all the way on the left, Cam Hayward. So they went there. They did not go quarterback. And it does not appear they will have the draft capital or this year's draft to trade back into the first round.
Honestly, bro,
maybe they will tomorrow.
The Eagles might get pretty good at 32, bro. Like I'm feeling like that way now.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're also one of America's largest financial services companies. Like he's so much more than Saquon Barkley.
I'm also Stay Calm Barkley.
Oh man, you struck my uniform.
Oh man, stress.
Who could go running back here, maybe perhaps?
When things get intense, we get incense.
For like Amari Hampton, like I don't know, I'm assuming like Commanders at 29 because I'm like Green Bay guy what Josh Jacobs, Chargers could go running back maybe perhaps, but like a guy with Aaron Jones, Texas got Joe Mixon, Rams got
This stuff works. This stuff kills
I
people.
forgot his name, but he's damn good. Ravens, Derrick Henry, and Lions got like a two-headed combo of Gibbs and Montgomery. So, and then Bills got like a two-headed monster. Chiefs got Hunt and Pacheco. Eagles got Saquon. So I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued by like how like some of these prospects might go. I'm about to say rest of the teams don't really need a QB. Like Chargers got Herbert, you got Jordan Love for the Packers, you got JJ McCarthy for the Vikings, Stroud for the Texans, Stafford for these couple years for the Rams, Lamar, you got Goff, you got Jaden Daniels, you got Josh Allen, Mahomes, and Hurts. So Rest teams here don't need a quarterback, so yeah, I don't know. Let me pretty interesting how shit goes.
Featuring Diamond certified rock band Nickelback. Plan your visit to the Pro Football Hall of Fame today.
You comb through every last piece of evidence. You make the fun impossible connections. And all the while, you were simply read about. Oh, there's more to imagine when you listen.
At Grand Canyon University, we believe in equal opportunity, and the American dream starts with purpose. By honoring your sacred vocation of nursing, you impact your family, your friends, and your community. GCU's RN to BSN online degree program allows you the freedom to balance online coursework with practicum hours while helping you achieve your goals and serve others. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit GCU.
Welcome back to Green Bay. The Chargers have less than 4 minutes to make their selection. Then it'll be the hometown team. It is quite the moment here. I would think this is the biggest tailgate in the history of Wisconsin. Huh? I mean, 125,000 people in the parking lot.
Could you hear Vince Lombardi right now? What in the hell is going on out there?
Wait, what the hell is going on out here?
And what the hell is going on with that guy on the right? I don't know what's happening there. I mean, there's the gift. I think the Chargers gift. I don't know. But Charger faithful getting ready to hear all this. And the inner circle of Green Bay, okay, hosting LA Fire Department first responders. And thank goodness for that. And what they did in January, the heroic work to save lives and homes and communities. So here we go. Here's the Chargers with their pick. A lot of value available, TJ. When you look at your top players available, there's a ton of players that have top 20 grades on them for Ortiz and Jim Harbaugh to choose from.
Yeah, I had them taking Travion Henderson in the mock draft, even though they brought in Najee Harris. It's going to be a nice compliment, kind of a thunder lightning thing there for the Chargers. But you look at some of these other guys that are available. Matthew Golden, some real speed on the outside at receiver. But the other one I'm staring at, you think that Jesse Benner and company are familiar with Will Johnson? I was kind of slid down. And it's proof of concept. They've seen him in their defense.
If there's one team that would get over an injury concern because they've been with him and they've seen him, and he's been productive for them, it would be Jesse Benner and Jim Harbaugh with Will Johnson. They recruited him. They played him. They saw his best football a couple of years ago. That'd be interesting.
Ian Rappaport with some knowledge as to why they're taking it down to the end here. Less than 2 minutes to go. Ian?
First of all, as far as the Chargers go, they are receiving incoming calls about teams potentially trying to trade with them. We'll see what that ends up being. I want to address the Will Johnson thing. You guys mentioned there were injury concerns throughout this process. From what I understand, he had a knee situation that got red flags, concerns about his longevity. That is why he has fallen. Not as much the speed thing, more the concerns about his knee.
Well, coming off of the national championship season, folks were talking about a top 5 pick for Will Johnson.
Well, if he was healthy, he would have been. Right. Would you agree with that?
Been up there. Well, I mean, to me, the speed was going to be the question. So with scheme-wise, the man-heavy teams, okay, maybe he's not a fit for us. The Chargers, when it came to man percentage last year, was only they were like 30th in terms of playing man coverage. So they're going to play off. He's played in that. He can see everything, drive and make plays on the football, which he's incredible at.
Well, you call their games on the radio.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I was in that stadium in Houston when they lost to the Texans, and McConkey went off, but I just felt like they needed some more speed weapons for Justin Herbert. They've got to give him more options, guys who can win when you're going to see a defense like the Texans who can kind of lock you up. They need more than Lat McConkey. So that speed can come in the way of a tight end. That speed can come in the way of a back out of the backfield, but that speed can come on the outside of this.
Remember, they lost Josh Palmer, a big target. They brought back Mike Williams, but you don't know exactly what juice you have left in him. So the speed makes sense that DJ is talking about right there. But it's not just, and Joel's mentioned it, they know Will Johnson and know people, but it's not just Michigan guys. It's all the people that they coached on the staff, guys who know players, they don't mind bringing in those guys.
The Chargers have taken this down to the final seconds, and that didn't look like a phone call, a celebratory phone call with whoever they just selected. So, I don't know. The Chargers are still on the clock for some reason. No, Green Bay now is, so we're going to. That's why the fans just reacted to that. Matthew Golden is still in that.
He's the fastest wide receiver. That 40 was incredible.
My three top offensive players, skill guys, you've got Omarion Hampton, the running back. You've got Matthew Golden, the wide receiver. And then you look at the tight end is Mason Taylor from LSU.
So he could go Jason Taylor's son. He can go also defensively if he does want to go get back into Michigan. In Will Johnson. And there's Hampton as well. Jamar Campbell. Both on your draft board still sitting out there.
Yeah, he's an off-the-ball linebacker. Some believe he could rush off of the edge. They've got some stud young off-the-ball linebackers that they really, really like there. So that one, he's a great player. I love him. I just don't know for them exactly how we would get their value at this point.
And similar to Will Johnson, there was a few flags thrown up about the injury situation. There's a knee situation with Campbell, some shoulder situations there. So I think that's why he's falling to this point. But this Chargers pick is, to me, it's fascinating because of all the areas they could go. We've seen this a couple of times. Colts, they had a pick of the litter. Falcons, pick of the litter where they needed players. And I feel like that's a similar situation with the Chargers right here.
And with all those needs, all those options, does it not come back to who do we like best on our board? Does it not come down to best player available, Joe Ortiz and Jim Harbaugh? That's what it feels like.
That's how Joe was trained.
That's what it feels like here. We got a lot of places to go. Who do we have top of our board? That's who they go get.
Here comes the commissioner with the pick, and after this, there's only 10 more picks tonight. Meaning only 10 more draft picks with a fifth year of contractual control that goes along with it. Something to keep in mind with only one quarterback off the draft board prior to this pick.
With the 22nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Omarion Hampton, running back.
Wow.
All right, so the Tar Heels are going to be putting on the powder blue.
Yeah, he was my top available offensive player left, Omarion Hampton. Look, he reminded me of Jonathan Taylor. You see this big back get out in the open field, and he can absolutely go. You see the size. He is a big, physical, punishing runner. A lot of times you have to sacrifice with that. You'll get somebody who's maybe a little bit tight, someone who lacks the home run speed. He's got some wiggle to go along with all that strength and power as you just watch him run through contact down after down. He was involved and productive in the pass game. They've got two backs now with him and Najee Harris that can catch the ball. He's just got a lot more top speed than Najee Harris does. But Jim Harbaugh is always going to want to pound the rock, guys, and now he's got a stable of backs, and they are big, punishing runners.
And Joel, you know him very, very well. You know Harbaugh, what he likes to do. That line has been built up all last year. Mekhi Becton in free agency this year. Now you have this runner.
It is the blueprint he used at San Diego and San Francisco and Stanford and Michigan. It's going to be the same blueprint, guys. And blueprint works. This is a back that is versatile. He's a workhorse player. He had 25 touches in 8 different games last year. He's a really dynamic player.
The 1940 draft was held in December of 1939.
Who's the number one pick
in Milwaukee?
You know the number one pick was?
Who is that?
Well, George Bad News Capago, University of Tennessee. He was elected by the Chicago Cardinals. And by the way, George Capago was on the staff at Tennessee when I played there.
The reason why I mentioned all this was not for you to kick for Tennessee, although I'm
we got to get a bit when we can.
Understood. It's because it was the last time there was a draft in the state of Wisconsin. We have reached the moment where the first ever Green Bay Packer pick to be made in Green Bay has arrived. That moment is finally here. And what do you think is happening somewhere technically within earshot of us right now?
Yeah, I had them going for him when you fill out the mock draft. I had them going with Harrison from Kentucky. But, oh how ironic it would be with Matthew Golden, who's my top receiver that's left on the board after all these years.
The
where
Packers taking first round.
they refused to do it. What? Maybe they just didn't want to play a road game. Maybe they wanted to bring the draft to them and make it a little bit bigger moment.
Who was it? Who was it from Florida State?
Javon Walker. There you go. 2002.
Yeah, with Brett Favre famously.
Hold on.
Stop holding out. Remember that? That was a big moment when Javon Walker did hold out. And that was the last time they took a wide receiver in the first round. They have taken pass catchers in the first round. But here in the home of the Green Bay Packers, we're less than 5 minutes away from this awesome draft moment. And the German Packer is here. I know you were asking, will the German Packer be here?
And by the way, we have heard Country Roads already.
What a scene. My goodness gracious.
By the way, I was asked before this draft, how many people are going to show up to this thing? The answer, all of them.
Yeah. A lot of cheese curds in that crowd.
Remember Green Bay has a population of 107,000 people.
Well, they each brought a buddy.
Everyone brought a friend, and they're all here. You show and bring one with you.
Listen to this.
If they go wide, this place is going to explode.
What's the base? Go, Pat, go.
Walking in here, everyone, all of them, they better not trade. We want a wide receiver. I mean, you just hear it out there. If they go wide receiver in this place, will explode.
Could you imagine that they do finally, for the first time in 20 years, choose a wide receiver for him, and then Matthew Golden would come out. He'd have his moment, right?
Right there. Kind of like last year was a Terry Arnold.
Yeah, it was the Terry Arnold moment with Detroit going nuts. So we're waiting to hear on all this. And just one more reminder again. There are 10 more first-round picks, which means there are 10 more picks that have a fifth-year contractual control associated with it. And that's important to know because that's usually why a team trades back into the first round to get that fifth-year contractual control. And that's why they usually do it for a quarterback.
Hold on. I'm waiting for the Packers pick to go, and then I'm in the stream here because I'm starting to go tired. And unfortunately, I work up tomorrow in the morning, so yeah, I stream and then go up to work. But the stream has been fucking amazing, bro. We've been live for almost 3 hours, 3 hours, bro. So I'm not sure when Jack will be tomorrow, like the time wise, but well, I'm not sure, probably like 7 or 8 o'clock again, probably. Yeah, 7 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, for rounds 2 and 3.
We think you can go beat Minnesota. We think you can go beat Detroit. And again, I love the idea of them going offense right now. They've got the third most drops in the National Football League. I know it's not what they've done historically. I understand that. Maybe I'm just biased for the moment right here with these, multiple 100,000 people behind me. But Jordan Love in this division is going to need to score points.
Jeez.
As of right now,
So they're playing against.
we did see celebration.
Oh.
Celebration in the draft, but they have not put the words "the pick is in."
Okay. So Will Johnson has a knee issue, so that's why he's been slipping. Ooh, okay.
And Mark Murphy, the longtime outgoing president of the Packers, that's his big fat head. And I'm saying that, not in the
Damn. Oh my God.
So he will be out on the stage for this moment. And the Vikings are now on the clock. And as you can see, the fans have just learned the pick is in fact in. So here we go.
No way Brian could have cut some straight down to this.
I'm just looking right behind us here. You've got a little kid on his dad's shoulders with his Reggie White jersey, so he can see over this crowd to find out who the Packers are going to take. I mean,
yeah, I see a little girl.
It's really cool, man.
Their Packers gear on. so many jerseys of the Packers. Not a single soul is looking this way.
If Matthew Golden's the pick, all those kids would be racing for their bikes right now to be first in line for the summer.
Tell you what, I got a lot of respect for the young lady with the Brian Branch jersey standing up in the midst of this crowd. I got to give her some credit there. Courage.
You got your team, man.
Steadfast in her belief.
And the Lions will be on the clock shortly. The Vikings are a minute in. And
no, fuck no. Fuck no, baby.
To break out, guys, because it's time to throw things to the draft stage for the first draft in Green Bay and the first round pick of the Packers to be announced. Let's send things to the stage.
Okay, Green Bay, it's your time. To make this historic pick, please give it up for first team All-Pro, Pro Bowler, two-time Super Bowl champion, and Packers President and CEO, Mark Murphy.
Thank you, Roger. How about this atmosphere? It's unbelievable. Roger, thank you and the NFL for bringing the draft here to Green Bay for the best draft in the history of the NFL. Right here. On behalf of the Packers, Packer fans here in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and everywhere, because our fans are everywhere, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the NFL Draft at Lambeau Field. It is our honor and privilege to host this wonderful event in our community, particularly since we are the only community-owned team in the NFL.
Hey,
Just out of curiosity, how many of you are owners? Yes. We also have the best owners in the NFL. And we also want to celebrate the special connection we have with our fans that dates back to the early days of professional football. With the 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the 13-time world champion Green Bay Packers, for the first time since 2002, draft a wide receiver.
Listen to this crowd.
Oh, baby. Matthew Golden, wide receiver.
Wow, Matthew Golden. Shout out Matthew Golden, but yeah, I'm gonna end the stream right here. It's only 3 hours. God bless.